What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Timmy Werman. I'm back to the stream. I'm back. I'm back. And I'm sorry I wasn't streaming yesterday, guys. Oh my god, it really does look awful. Jesus Christ. No, listen. Okay, so quick news. Yesterday I was out with a massive head cold. I felt like shit all day. I hopped into the Discord last night just to watch the football game between Steelers and who was it? Steelers and the Houston Texans. By the way, fuck Steelers, fuck Aaron Rodgers. They're all awful individuals. They can't play football worth shit, and it costs me money, so fuck them all. Anyways, no, I didn't stream last night just because I was sick. I was out with a head cold, so I was in bed almost all day long and basically slept the entire day. I think I got up for a little bit just to watch the football game. But now we're back. We're better-ish. I am obviously taking some NyQuil stuff and things like that just to help me get through the day. Because I can't stay away from you. You know, I'm not like Adam. I'm not like Adam, who gets a little sick and then the entire world starts burning down around him and how much he has to, oh, I'm dying. I can barely do anything. You know, I'm here. I am here. I'm looking at all you. I took one day off after streaming from Monday all the way into, well, technically I didn't stream Thursday. I was on somebody else's stream, but shut up. All the way on to Sunday. I streamed every single day. I took one day off. One! I think that makes me objectively better than Adam. But what is up? How are we doing? We got some things to talk about. One thing from yesterday to talk about. And, oh, excuse me. And a few things from today to talk about. Some little things. Nothing too major, you know. Palworld making a... Honestly, it's a stupid move. Okay? It is a very stupid move. I don't think it's going to work out for them. They decided to hop into the TCG game. For those of you who aren't aware, that means trading cards. Yes, they're going to be making trading cards from now on. You know, trying to be more like Pokemon and do all the things that Pokemon does. Problem is, you're stepping into a much bigger arena. An arena that your internet buddies cannot help you out for a very long time, and you start really relying on normie individuals to actually help promote you and push you even further. And if you don't have that, guess what? You're gonna crash and burn. They're gonna crash and burn. And we'll go through some just some TCG stuff and why this is not what they want to do. If they want to do it as a fun gimmick and just a fun side project, go on ahead. Do not be betting that this is going to be making you a bunch of money right now, because I don't. We'll go through this. I think this is an awful idea. I do. But we also got obviously Lego Pokemon. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll play the trailer and stuff like that. Oh, what else? Oh yeah, Marvel. I had the Marvel Doomsday trailer. Does anybody actually fucking care about Marvel Doomsday? Does anybody actually give a damn? Well, I think with this trailer, I definitely am just like, what the fuck? We knew they were going to be in the movie, but now you're making a trailer centered around Wakanda Forever. Centered around Shuri. Namor. And then Ben fucking Grimm. So yeah, we'll talk about that and how that's just that's a disaster waiting to happen in and of itself. Excuse me. I think the movie itself will do fine, but that trailer does not scream profitability. If you get what I'm putting down there, because I'll pull up the Wakanda Forever numbers. Wakanda Forever, the numbers. Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever budget. 250 million, significant figure, typical higher due to COVID. This budget of Wakanda Forever is particularly profitable. Yeah, it was not profitable. It was not profitable at the end of the day. Confirm forever flop. Sorry, I'm just financial success. Yeah, that's not profit. That's not profit. Oh my god, these people are retarded. These people are retarded. Okay, we're going back here to the budget. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to pull this up, but yeah, we'll talk about this and how it's just what the fuck. I also got some other things. Scott Adams died, so we'll talk about that. To be real honest with you, I like Scott Adams. Obviously, we agreed politically on some stuff, but some stuff we obviously didn't because he was a bit of a... some regards, he was kind of a limp-wristed conservative dude, and, you know, he said some shit that I disagreed with, but hey, he passed away, and we're going to talk about that because, yeah, some people decided to put their foot in their mouth, and there was one other thing. Oh, yeah. One last thing. You know what? Why don't we start with this? Why don't we start with this particular one? Because I want to do this right. I want to do this one right because you guys are going to love this one. This one is going to make you all just so happy and laugh your ass off with what we are about to go under because it is Hassan Piker. But let me pull up. Let me pull up PYT Force Spec. Okay. We're gonna start with this one. Okay, we're gonna start with this one. So we got a little bit of a I'm gonna say that this is a little bit of a rumor because we don't have definitive proof on this one. But yes, we do have some new old logs and some new previous logs and things coming out about our good old buddy Hassan Piker. Howdy doody, Hassan. How are you? I know right now there's a lot of blowback when it comes to Hassan. You know, there's LSF deleting old clips of Hassan Piker, hiding the fact that he shocked his dog Kaya, and also that he praised the regime of Iran, even though what's all going on in Iran right now. But none of that is actually relevant to this particular subject and what we are actually talking about here, because what is actually relevant is from this little leak here, in which we have Hassan old tweets tweeted out. Hassan's old DeviantArt profile, Hellboy Hassan, contains deleted comments he once left on furry accounts. I did not have Hassan being a furry on my 2026 bingo card, but here we are. And mind you, yes, a lot of this is what we are about to look at is censored. We're going to be a little careful with this one. But before we go too far into it, it says right here, this is in his weird, language where he grew up over in Turkey. So whatever that is, because you can see, sen, oh, blah, 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 blah. I don't really give a crap. But you see, Hellboy Hassan. Hellboy Hassan. Hellboy Hassan. And he's commenting on full-blown furry images. I have to be very careful because those are not safe for work furry images. I gotta be really careful there. But yes, we now have some information that Hassan has been, well, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree on this one. I'll just pull up this oldie but a goodie from TYT, where Bestiality, the Young Turk CEO, liberal Cenk Uygur, says he wants to legalize, yeah,
chick was doing, she was doing a jaywalking of bestiality. Like, yeah, it might technically be a crime, but let's not waste the court's time on jaywalking.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair enough.
But here comes the controversial part, the part I shouldn't say. I believe that I am going. If I were the the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, you are pleasuring the animal.
Just gonna say yet again, the apple's not falling very far from the tree here. I know he's just his uncle, but let's be fair. Cenk Uygur said this, and now we have this. Now we have this. And again, because people are going to come out here and say that, no, these aren't real, that none of this is real, and we already have somebody responding here, I'm all for ishing on Hassan, but can we at least get a translation of the comments and an explanation of how we know this is his account? He said it. He said it is his account on stream. I guess I should have mentioned it. The comments there aren't important. It's all his comment history, and the ones that aren't deleted aren't to furry accounts. It's the underline/deleted one I highlighted that is. So the ones he's trying to hide are the ones to the furries, but more proof that this is actually Hassan. We have this clip. 24 minutes into his December 14th stream, he says verbatim that this is his account. Again, the account in question is named Hellboy Hassan on DeviantArt. What does Hassan say here?
I used to draw Warcraft characters. OG heads in here know. Hellboy Hassan used to draw Rikimaru.
Hellboy Hassan used to draw. Hellboy Hassan used to draw and upload images onto DeviantArt. Hellboy Hassan. Bro. I know this is not like, oh my god, the Kaya shocking. Oh my god, it's him praising the Iranian government. This is him talking about furry art. But it's funny. It's hilarious. Because now we have some evidence that Hassan, he's a furry. And he enjoys the same things that his good old uncle enjoyed all those years ago. And I'm still pretty sure he's still interested in, to be real honest here. So yeah, I'm enjoying this because it's funny. It's just hilarious. It's hilarious to know Hassan, this moral arbiter, this person that everybody wants to shove down your throats constantly, is a dirty furry. So yeah, let's laugh at that one. I love it. I love it to death. Dirty furry Hassan. I want this to go far and wide because it's hilarious. The dirty furry. You know what? There's a reason we aren't seeing Kaya anymore. There's a reason we aren't seeing Kaya anymore. Now I'm scared for Kaya. I am terrified for that doggo. I am straight up scared and worried for what is going on with that doggo. Cause guys, I'm looking at this right now. This isn't like, oh my god, here's a lion warrior like you could see in one of these little things, and here's like Khajiit talking to an Argonian from Skyrim. No, this is full on not safe for work images right here. This is full on not safe for work furry stuff. Like it's all censored out. But to be safe, I'm not pulling it up. This is like boobs, booty, the JJ, all of it. It's all right there in plain sight. This is what he's been watching, looking up on his DeviantArt. Weasel, if you're listening. Weasel, if you're in chat. Weasel, run from Hassan. He's going to want to explore your body. You're called a weasel. This isn't me even calling you a furry right now. He's just probably going to assume that you're a furry and go like, hey, I wanted to explore. Chances on Hassan, legitimate. Chances on Hassan owning a furry costume. What's the over-under on that one? What do we think the over-under is on Hassan owning a furry costume? Because I think it's going to be pretty damn high. I think it's going to be pretty damn high because I can't pull it up. But like there's one image that's straight up just a like a furry like a furry cat chick just straight up everything showing about to mount a dude. Like, come the fuck on. And he's just having these conversations with this. I want to know what this stuff says. I require to know what this stuff says now. I need the translation. Somebody find me the translation. I will do almost anything for it. Because this shit's funny. This shit is funny. What is this? What is this? Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna reiterate this. Okay, I'm gonna reiterate this for everybody on stream. The next motherfucker that tries to do the 6-7 meme to me, or tries to put 6-7 or do all the crazy shit with 6-7, you're getting body slammed. I'm going to put you through a wall. I will throw you off a cliff. The next motherfucker to dare bring up 6-7 around me is getting hurt. Wait. James Shirley. Thoughts on Dev Short Fat Otaku defending Tim Walls and seething about ice? Bro, Short Fat Otaku, here's the thing. Okay, first, I'll come back to this. Here's the thing about Dev. Okay, here's the thing. Dev's a fucking moron. He's a literal retard. He's out there right now crying about ice. Again, Dev lives in Canada, has no real connection to America. As far as I'm aware, hasn't stepped foot into America once. So yes, again, Dev, seek Canadian healthcare. You're terminally fat. Just get it over with already. Or have the heart attack anyways. I don't really care on that front. But let's be fair here, okay? That motherfucker's gonna cry and whine all day and night about what's going on over in, about conservatives and Republicans talking about what's going on in Minnesota, be it the fraud that the Somali migrants are doing, be it all the unencumbered illegal immigration going on in Minnesota. And then he wants to sit there and cry and freak the fuck out over the shooting last week of whatever the fucking twat's name was. Guess fucking what? At the same time as he's doing that, he still justifies the shooting of Ashley Babbitt. Which, anybody that knows basic gun rules, like, you know, rules of engagement, basic gun safety, anything like that, would tell you two things. One, in the Ashley Babbitt case, you want to know why that's a very bad shot and an atrocious murder? Okay? All she did was step up into a broken window. There were people behind her. The video still exists. You could look this shit up. And the dude wildly fired into a crowd. It could have killed literally anybody. But hey, they're all going to say that that's perfectly justified because of stepping up into a window. When it comes to what that woman did last week, hey, guess what? You hit an officer with your car, you lose your right to life. Simple of fucking enough. That shouldn't be fucking rocket science to anybody out there. But apparently it is. And it's no real shocker that the man who's literally willing to vote for communism over anything that's gonna make your country better, enrich your country, make you like good, you know, he will vote for literal communism, a government system that has been proven to murder people over and over and over again, over MAGA. Yeah, it's no real shock that the man has very little values and is just going full bootlicker right now. Dev hating Terminator 1 and 2 makes me justified for hating Dev. Yeah, that's also justification. And reminder to everybody, the only reason Dev is doing this is because he's a massive fucking contrarian and hypocrite. He only got popular during the Gamergate era in which he saw a bunch of stuff that was not right. But now because he has his emotions all, oh, these people don't agree with... I got a bunch of conservatives following me and I feel very dirty and icky. I have to just now go out there and lie. Straight up fucking lie. Like, there's no logical point that you can actually believe anything that he's saying anymore. He has to be doing this on purpose because he hates himself. That's the reason Dev's doing it. So yeah, sorry. Sorry for going off on Dev, but you also brought it up. Like, there was a post the other day. There was something from Dev the other day that somebody was just like, I had it bookmarked. Where was it? Do I still have it bookmarked? Dev attacking Razorfist ain't gonna end well for Dev. No. Dev going after anybody ain't gonna end well for Dev, because Dev is so Dev has a standard, okay? Real quick, Dev has a standard before we get into any other topics. Dev has a standard of it's if you start moving the goalpost, if you're being intellectually dishonest, if you're doing anything like that, you're inherently evil in his eyes. The problem is Dev does that on a day-to-day basis. He moves the goalpost, he lies, he's inherently intellectually dishonest on a day-to-day fucking basis, to the point that, yes, he himself, by his own fucking standards, is ontologically pure evil. Following his own standards makes him pure evil. And yet, he never sees it. He magically never has the ability to see that he's pure evil by his own standards. Bullshit. Bullshit. He sees that he's inherently evil by his own fucking standards. He notices that. He's just too he's just so evil. He's just so evil, so pathetic that he won't just come out and admit it. And it's why I prefer to stay away from him. I'm just waiting for him to take Pippa's advice. Name the channel /podcast. Why is it not showing me? Short Fat Otaku. That's his old one. What about Dev? Wait, what is this? March 4th, 2025. Oh, this was a thing. Draft Short Fat Otaku, aka Dev, into the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Do it! Do it! Do it! No balls, do it! Dev thinks he's the hero? Yes, legitimately he does. Sleepy Devil. Oh, yeah, that's his account. Oh, yeah, that's right. This was the thing that was leading to like a lot of conversations about Dev recently. So let's just pull this up. We have this here. Team Live versus Team, I don't know what that is. Time debate. He didn't do nothing. Okay. Free the Proud Boys, which, by the way, like, if you actually are honest about what happened on January 6th, it was a bad protest. It was violent. The people that were violent and the people that actually fought with cops, they deserve to go to jail for a period of time, prison even, 2, maybe 4 years at most. And everybody else that was just bumbly wandering around, you know what? You guys, the bumbly wumbly idiots, you guys, slap on the wrist, to go home. We'll put you on like a house arrest. Here's a fine. There you go. And a house arrest for like a month. People that are honest go through that logic, but Dev doesn't have that ability to be logic. He thinks people actually died on Jan 6, but also at the same time, Ashley Babbitt is justified. Well, you see this. Dead channel, by the way, legitimately is. It is the deadest of the channels. Nobody's actually going there to watch it. Nobody's actually going there to interact with it anymore. It is a full-fledged dead channel. Well, Dev responded, yes, I actively killed my own channel rather than sell out to MAGA. You specifically have pointed this out to me a dozen times now because you think pointing out my own principled stance is somehow an own against me. I have zero regrets, by the way. I don't want the blood money. You're now a commie. You will rather vote for communists over MAGA, even though you live in Canada. Reminder, he lives in Canada. Principles. You burn your principles on a day-to-day basis. I have no idea what your principles are anymore. If you're gonna say it's honesty, you're not honest about jack fucking shit, so suck my fat one as I shit in your bed. You did this to yourself. What ended up happening was people liked you. They agreed with you when you were more based, air quotes around that. And then when you got involved with Wick TV and started debating Wick TV, you burnt it all down because you wanted to be more on the right side, aligned with Destiny and Wick TV, and now you're willing to defend Destiny even. So shut up. You have zero principles. Sorry. But thank you, James Hurley, for making me go down a rabbit hole that I was not planning. Dude, I despise him. Mind you, I'm not a super huge fan of Razor Fist either. I will say that. Fully admit it. But those two fighting, Razor Fist is going to come out on top. It's going to be a bloody beatdown. It's going to be a bloody beatdown to the point that anybody with an actual brain will be able to come out here and tell you, yeah, it's not going to work well for you. It's not. But let's go into another actual topic for tonight. Well, you know what? Let's do a fun one. Let's do a fun one to come down before we get into one of the other things. We need to send to Somalia. Oh, yes. Yes. He can go save Somalia. I think that would be a good idea. But let's get into a fun topic because Lego Pokemon is here. Now, I actually had to look this up prior to stream. This is the first official Lego Pokemon. We'll go into it, but yes, we have limited edition Lego Pokemon, and I actually like this trailer. I find this trailer to be just fun, and it's very self-aware of what they're actually trying to target here.
In a world of taxes, instead of gym badges, one trainer is about to remember who he really is.
It is official. Our reports confirm that Lego Pokemon creatures are finally here and have started appearing around the world.
Eevee.
More on this as the story develops, so please stay tuned.
Blastoise. Venusaur.
I love how self-aware they are. I love it. Because they know damn well this ain't for kids right now. As much as Lego should be for kids, it ain't priced for kids. It ain't anywhere near priced for kids. And because this is also going to be coming out in line with the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, yeah, everything you're seeing here makes sense. Pokemon being 30 years old, they're trying to target the adult audience, the 30-year-olds right now that are out there in the world that loved Pokemon growing up. So this is super smart marketing, and I love how self-aware it is.
No way.
Your time has come.
The team. I need to obviously had to change the battery as it's been sitting in the basement for decades, but yeah, still works. No way, such a classic. Now I want to play too. Love it.
And Destiny doesn't care about lower back pain.
I love it. I love it. I love all the 90s nostalgia. I love how they're just trying to tackle all that. They're specifically going for the older generations. This is so much fun.
Welcome to the Lego Pokemon world.
Ethan, what's going on?
We're gonna catch and build them all.
That is so much fun. And the bigger part, because again, they're super self-aware on all this, because they're targeting that older audience. Look at these fucking prices. Look at these fucking prices. $60 for the Eevee. 18 plus. $60 fucking dollars for this Eevee. $200 for Pikachu. $200 goddamn dollars for this thing. And then for Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise, $650. And there are some images of how big this is. Like at least this one's massive. Like there were some pictures. That's actually not a bad size for a Pikachu right now. That is not an atrocious size right there for this Pikachu, and you can see the detail and all that. That is actually, the more I look at it, that's well priced. There is a picture. Let me see if I can find the picture of all of like how big these things are. Because and the reason why I'm saying this, there's somebody going around right now trying to say that this Pikachu is small. That's a pretty big Pikachu. That's about life size for what a Pikachu would be if that person actually understood, you know, how all this stuff works. But Lego Pokemon. Let's see. Let's go images. Let's see if right here. So this is on Pokemon.com that we can look at some of these images. Again, there's that Lego Pikachu. That's a pretty damn good sized Pikachu right there. This isn't a small thing. This is pretty well sized. If you actually take a look at it, like you get the stand, you get the Pokeball, you get the electric effects, and it is opposable? Yeah, opposable. Like you can move some of the legs and stuff. So that's a decent size for that actual Pikachu. But look at this. Okay. Oh, come on, load. I want this image. Open here. That is a beast of a thing. This is fucking huge. And all three of them can come off. This looks fucking awesome. How to make bank on Lego Pokemon sets. Put random Pokemon sets and Pokeballs so it's a mystery of what you get. So, to that point, Kel, to that point, they actually, Pokemon Company actually did that once. Because a lot of people are trying to come around right now and do a big own and freak the fuck out over all these prices, which the prices are fine. It makes sense, especially when you see how big these things are, how detailed they are, how well you know they're going to be put together, because it is Lego. Legos actually stick together quite well compared to the counterparts, which were Pokemon Mega Blocks. Yeah. This was a thing that they did for many years. Pokemon Company was teamed up with Mega Blocks. And if you know anything about Mega Blocks, is they might be cheap. They might be cheaper. Those things don't know how to fucking stick together for the life of them. Mega Blocks are fucking atrocious. They are not fun to use. They are not great. And people are trying to use this as like, yeah, this is a big ode. You could get them for cheaper. You could get everything for so much cheaper with Mega Blocks. Who the fuck wants Mega Blocks? And they used to have the whole like, hey, buy some Pokeballs and you'll get Pokemon in them. But I do like that idea of the randomized ones. But these were, I had some of these Mega Blocks. They were atrocious. They fell apart instantly. They weren't worth it. That's why they're not popular. Lego already does it with their minifigure series. I like that. It is a good way to make bank. And I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm trying to pay off some debts and save up for a new PC, I'd probably try to ship out the $700 for this. For this one in particular. I don't want the Pikachu. I don't want the Eevee. I want this one. Because it has Venusaur. It has Blastoise. And it has Charizard. Like, out of all the starters throughout all of Pokemon's history, yeah. I love me my Infernape. I love some of my other generation Pokemons. You know, Gen 4 starters, Gen 3 starters. These are the go-tos. You always have to have at least one of these three. And Venusaur, and listen, in recent years, Venusaur is so much better than he originally was, with the poison typing in particular. Becomes super useful when you have any sort of fairy Pokemon to go up against. Blastoise is still baller. I'm sorry, I get it. Charizard's awesome. He's a fire-breathing dragon that's not dragon type, but that's neither here nor there. Motherfucker, Blastoise with this alone can destroy boulders with a single blast. Blastoise's power. Pure, unbridled power. So yeah, I want this. I want this entire set. I would do anything for it. That's $700 I don't have. And it's a limited time only. It's limited time. And supposedly, I might be able to go over here through the Pokemon Company. Supposedly, if you pre-order it, like the Eevee one, that makes sense. You see the small details. Still, that's pretty decent size. Supposedly, if you pre-order these, I'm not seeing where they're getting this information, but they also have Lego Lego gym badges they're going to be releasing with it. Let me check out Cerebi. Let's see if Cerebi has information on this. Let's see. What? Icons for the special Nintendo Switch online mission for Pokemon Legends ZA are now... Oh, that's just icons. Fuck that shit. Let's see. Do they have any of the information on Lego Pokemon? Let's see. I have their stuff here. Cerebi, if you ever want to know some good Pokemon news or latest Pokemon news, Cerebi always puts up the latest stuff. This is from Monday Lego Pokemon. So we got the announcement today. Oh, no, that would have been yesterday, yeah. But from this, the Pokemon Company and Lego have announced their first ever Lego Pokemon sets. These sets are due to be released on February 27th, 2026. The Eevee set, Venusaur Charizard, a special gift with purchase of the Kanto Region Badge Collection. That actually, oh god, that actually does look cool. And you can only get these if you pre-order them. But I actually like these. Shit, I like these. I kind of want them. I kind of want it. Fuck, I kind of want this. I'd rather have Minas Tirith and Hogwarts. Listen. Minas Tirith and Hogwarts, they're fucking awesome. They are. Just look at that. Look at them. Look at them all together. And this is limited time. These are going to be come and go. You're going to get them and then they're going to be gone. And this is actually going to bleed into our next thing. Like Pokemon is... It doesn't matter how many times somebody comes out here and tells you Pokemon's dead, Pokemon's done for, they can't make money, blah, 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 blah. Pokemon ain't going anywhere. Pokemon is actually, to date, Pokemon is actually the most profitable entertainment IP in the entire world. It is. Pokemon is super successful. Pokemon makes money. And when it actually comes to like these prices here, these aren't the worst prices actually over at Lego. These are limited edition, which sucks. So get them while you can. Is what it is. What will suck, the reason though that it's this price is because it's pairing up with the most profitable IP, entertainment IP in the entire world right now, sitting at approximately $288 billion. Billion. With one of the other most profitable entertainment IPs in the world, which is not some of the highest, but you're buying this stuff solely off of name recognition. That's why it's so profitable. That's why it's so expensive. Pokemon plus Lego, go. That's why you're doing this. And that's why you're getting this. And I want that to sink in. I want that to sink in, especially for our next topic. Because with our next topic, I'm going to die on this hill that this is a bad move for Palworld. Okay, I am going to die on this hill. Because similarly, how we have the Lego Pokemon announcement, and how that is actually a very smart move. It makes sense. The trailer works out really well with what they actually want to do with that, targeting the older generations, the 30-year-olds and everything like this. One of the big reasons Palworld is successful is through the power of the internet, is through people just like to play video games and stuff like that, because that is a very unique game right there. It was giving people what they wanted, open world experiences, building, yada, yada, yada. You get it, okay? It is a super fun game, but it's primarily powered via the internet. And I think this is a bad move for Palworld. I'll fully say it. Palworld is getting an official trading card game launching July 30th of 2026. Now, I know some people are going to be sitting here thinking, no, this is a great move. This is a fun move. It's going to be good. Look, they're owning Pokemon right now. They're stepping into the ring and Pokemon's going to be so terrified. No, not on this one. And the reason it's not going to work this particular time is because TCG is very different than video games. Video games are super easy to get into. The game itself was just $30. It's on almost every major platform except the Switch. Easy to get access to. Play it on the Xbox. It was via Game Pass for a good chunk of time. It's $30 over on Steam. I don't know how much it is over on PlayStation right now. Anybody and their mother can actually play Palworld on those particular platforms, and it had a massive boost when it was coming out with a various amount of controversies ranging from the AI disaster and all so on. Also with the actual Pokemon lawsuit, it has helped Palworld, you know, at least get a good foothold. It's not going to go away anytime soon, but this is not the best idea because for those of you who don't really understand TCGs and these trading card games, they're not that profitable. It is actually extremely hard to get the things you need to actually become, you know, a centerpiece of the TCG area and to actually, you know, succeed here. This takes a lot of time, effort, and to see if you can actually stand up with some of the other big dogs. And I got a couple of these pulled up that we're going to be talking about here, and we're going to be comparing this to Pokemon. But I have seen some people try to act like this is a big old win and a big old W for Palworld and a massive L for Pokemon. You see it right here. Pokemon Company seeing an indie studio not only make a better game than they did, but also release cards which can end up being as good as theirs. That's a heavy lift right there. That's a heavy lift. We also got Nintendo right now, Angry Charizard, and we got a ton of these. Palworld is officially entering Pokemon's most sacred territory. Trading cards. Pocket Pairs just announced a Palworld TCG launching July 30th, 2026, after already going head-to-head in games. Fans are excited, lawyers are ready, and TPC is definitely paying attention. Not really, because even when you look at like some of the things they're putting out here, I was like, I don't know how this game is going to play. I don't. And this is also going to be very important for how these two are going to pair up, is how is the game playing? How does it compare to actual Pokemon? And at the same time, Pokemon is massive in this department, so much so that there's entire portfolios being made up of what Pokemon cards you have and its worth. That's a literal thing. You could talk all day and night about Logan Paul and stuff, but when it comes to Pokemon cards, these cards are fucking expensive depending on what card it is. And there's a lot of actual investors and people like that are looking at these cards and thinking, how can I put this into my portfolio? How can I buy this and make it gain value? So on and so forth. They're starting to treat it like fine art, on the same levels as like the Mona Lisa and stuff. And like, this is the War Games right now. This is just one list of like top 50 most expensive Pokemon cards in the entire world. And you start scrolling down, the most expensive right now, which I think should not be on this list, is actually, no, that was the card. That was just a bonus. No, the most expensive card right here, Pikachu Illustrator, worth $5 million for that card alone. Which, yes, that's huge. That's massive, okay? This is the stuff you're going up against. So any of these people go like, oh my God, it's a big W. This could be awesome for them. Pokemon has a market share on this. They have a massive market share. They have been owning this community longer than you could have ever imagined. And when you're starting to put out these TCGs, it's not just Pokemon now that you're going up against. The TCG market is huge. Yes, we could talk all day and night about the super successful nature of any Pokemon card that gets put out there in the world. But other TCG cards you're going to be going up against is Yu-Gi-Oh! You're going to be going up against Yu-Gi-Oh! Kel says in the chat, you're going to be going up against Magic the Gathering. You're going to be going up against all these titans. And to further this point, these are like the two mega hitters outside of Magic the Gathering. If you throw all three, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, those are your three titans of TCG right now. massive tournaments, massive fan base, constantly putting out content that people eat up. I follow Yu-Gi-Oh like crazy. Some of these cards, they're not as expensive or pricey as like a Pokemon card over though, but they can go for hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, depending on which card you want for whatever reason. Like there's still value here that people have applied to it. Simultaneously, you're also going to be going up against things like Digimon. Not a lot of people talk about Digimon. Digimon also has its own TCG system. It has its own trading cards. It has its own game. Everybody, like, there's a lot of cards still here. Great artwork, great designs. This has been going on for about as long as Pokemon, if not a little less. So you got this to fight up against. Hey, you know what else you got? Yeah, Vanguard right here, which I've never in the life of me actually known what Vanguard TCG is. I just know that it exists. I know it has anime. I know it has a lot of things connected to it that people do like. Here's another TCG you're going to be going up against. Hey, Brandon, how are you? This is another thing that you are going to be challenged up against within this overall market. Hey, you know what else? Hey, V-Cards. Here's an indie TCG company right now. V-Cards. V-Cards, relatively successful for VTubers and for gamer subs, does decent enough, makes a decent amount of money, nothing to write home about, but it's successful. But outside of the VTubing sphere, it's not going to rocket to the moon. It's not going to become anywhere near, cards worth this much money right here, let alone. And by the way, that's the most expensive card. And some of these are special event cards. It's not even taking into account like a pre-release Raichu, which that's going to be hard to get. But like a first generation Charizard holographic, that's still $500,000 right there. V-Card's not going to get anywhere near there. I doubt Vanguard's ever going to get anywhere near there. But at the same time, when I'm talking about like an indie and some of these, the Titans and everything like this and other competition within the TCG realm, there's a lot of TCG cards that have fallen by the wayside. Duel Masters. I know not a lot of people know about Duel Masters. Duel Masters was a fun enough card game, fun enough artwork, really cool, had its own anime and then a follow-up series later on. Card game fell to the wayside. Ended up dying off. Heck, it died off before the sequel series really came out. It wasn't successful. Great card designs. All in all. Hey, you know what else? Chaotic. Chaotic was more fun, actually. I had Chaotic cards as well. Really loved it. Cool designs. Great show that was connected to it. It was a Danish thing that was actually really cool and well crafted. A unique world associated with it. 4 different racial types. Well, actually, ultimately 5 racial types that you could get into, but that gets a little bit more specific in the grand scheme of things. This also fell away. This also died off. This also became news to everybody else, like a thing of the past, a relic, if you will. So when I'm telling you guys, I think this is the worst move for Palworld, I'm not doing it as, hey, you know what, I think it's awful. No, I think it's a bad move because this is not the same as putting out a video game. A video game, to be honest with you, that's a market that is still thriving. Video games are still popping. It's super easy for an indie game to come out here, rock the charts. You can take a look at Expedition 33, for example, with how successful that game was. You can take a look at Palworld, how successful that was. And yes, you had drama associated with it, but at the same time, that still rocked the market right there. It showed people that there's still interests in these monster taming plus survival games. Okay, people like that stuff. But when you're going to the TCG market, this is not the same level. This is not something that, hey, I could just throw this out there and be successful. This is something you're going to have to work your ass off on. And even then, there's a good chance you're only ever going to get as good as V-Cards, which I'm not trying to denigrate V-Cards here. I love V-Cards. But you're only going to get as good as V-Cards, or you're going to be like Duel Masters of Chaotic. You're going to fall to the wayside. Because memeing on this, it's not going to be all that is required. You're going to actually have to put work and effort in here. And I don't think Palworld has it in them. I don't. And I think this is going to just blow up massively in their faces. So Yeah, and I'm being honest. I gotta be honest. I gotta be real. Because you got some Titans here that aren't going to be letting up anytime soon. But that's my thoughts on that one. You want to know one of the big reasons? I should put this in here. You want to know one of the big reasons Pokemon's successful? Card game in particular. You can buy them at Walmart. Yu-Gi-Oh! You can buy them at Walmart. Vanguard, whatever, can't buy at Walmart. That's successful because of Japan. Digimon can't buy at Walmart. That's successful because of Japan and game stores. Same with actually Vanguard. Like, they're successful because of game stores in Japan. You have a massive market here that you need to tap into that you're not going to be able to tap into. You're coming in well late into the game. This isn't like putting out indie stuff. This isn't like, hey, you know what? It's going to be cool to put out an indie game and be super successful. This is going to be cool to, we could be the next awesome thing. No, this is not the same level. If I didn't even take a look at that. I just showed you top 50 Pokemon cards and how expensive they are. $5 million for the most expensive Pokemon cards. You got Logan Paul running out there, doing crazy drama with his Pokemon collection, and yet still making money and pump and dumps and doing crazy shit like that. But people treat this as an actual market portfolio right now. There's people actually throwing huge chunks of money into Pokemon right now. You're not seeing the same thing with Palworld. And I don't think their TCG is going to be anywhere near the same. But yeah, let's see. Most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Let's see this. 22 rarest Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. This is Zen Group Inc. Does it actually tell me their prices? No thanks. I don't even know what that is. Holy shit. So, according to this website, again, this is just one website. You actually have to get this stuff graded and actually look into it. Right here, 2007 Golden Sarcophagus. That's a graded 9 mint. That's fucking fantastic. It's incredibly difficult to find this card. Again, this is a prize for a card tournament in 2020, in 2005, 2006, and since only 25 were printed as a prize, they are so rare and sought after, as you could tell by their price, at least $1,400. $1,400 for a golden sarcophagus card, which are okay cards. This isn't even like a fucking, oh my god, I can't believe this is it. Golden sarcophagus is okay in the modern game. It's not great. There's actually upgraded versions that are 1,000 times better than this. Yeah, $1,400 for that card. What do we have here? Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn, $2,300. Skula, I'm not even gonna be able to say that. Rakan, must be tribute to somebody. Okay, yeah, this is a card that you get at a fucking tournament. You have to go to the tournament to even get this card. $6,000. OG show. This is OG shit. This is Bandai back when they were putting out the cards. I've never seen a real life version of the Bandai cards. I want that to be clear. I've never once seen this. Bandai version, $6,000. Exodia. First edition Exodia, $8,000. First edition Exodia. Arment, the Lethal Lord, is that the same thing? Destroyed by... No, can't beat a special summon. You must attribute 3 warrior monsters to attribute some of this card. Type of monsters from the player's graveyard. Is this another one of those? This card has rarely been seen on auction platforms until now. Again, it is a card that can be won in tournaments. Rumor has it the card even changed hands once for $1 million, set at $9,000. Ultra rare limited edition Shrink card. Limited edition Shrink. I have a version of Shrink. It ain't a limited edition Shrink, $9,856. Dark Magician, Dark Dual Stories promo 2002. I had this card. I actually did. I loved this card. It was my first deck, my first original Yu-Gi-Oh card. And if I still had it, that's worth around $10,000. $10,000. Also had this one, first edition Red Eyes Black Dragon. Also, $10,600. Dark Magician Girl, Ghost. Ooh, I never had this one. That actually. Oh, a championship promo card. How much? 10 grand. Dark Paladin, 12 grand. Iron Knight of Revolution. Ah, that's a newer card. Now that is. Oh, shit, 12. $1,300. Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar monster card appears in 2020. Ooh, no, this is Flip. Promotional card of World Tournament Series. $15,000 for a morphing fucking jar. For a morphing fucking jar. Doom Caliber Knight. Ooh, that was a good card for a good chunk of time. $15,300. This is what you're going up against when you're actually talking about these cards. First generation OG Blue Eyes White Dragon. I knew people that had this card. $2,100. This here, what you're seeing here, this is what Palworld's going to be going up against. This is what people are actually putting money on. They treat this stuff like fine art. This is very different than, oh my god, I'm just going in to play a video game. There's real world money associated with this one. So in order to be successful in the TCG market, one, you need to have a good card game. Like, your game needs to make sense. Two, you need to have easy access to get your cards. Doesn't matter if your game makes sense. If people can't get a hold of your cards, guess what? Your game's not going to go anywhere. And three, time. Actually, Kel, if you get OG Pot of Greeds, they're fucking expensive. They are not cheap. They are extremely expensive. Oh, I always remember this one. This is actually a fun card. Tyler the Great Warrior. This is actually like a heartwarming card. The story behind this card is a very touching one. Tyler was a young child who suffered from cancer in 2002. When asked for his last wish, he wanted his own Yu-Gi-Oh card. And his wish was granted. Fortunately, the story ended well, and Tyler recovered. Despite many offers, he held on to the card over the years until April 2023, when he eventually sold it on eBay for $311,000. Like, this is a one-of-a-kind card. I would have never sold this thing. This thing is priceless because it's a card that was made specifically for him. But that shows you just how expensive these cards can get to. And that's not even scratching the surface of the Pokemon cards. That's the most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh card that we're seeing right here. I don't know. Sold for $9 million for this special edition one. $850,000. So we only have one that broached the $9 million mark. One that broached $9 million. Pokemon gets into the millions regularly. We just start scrolling down. They start getting into the millions. Right here. Trophy Pikachu number 1. $3 million. Pikachu Illustrator. $5 million. This is currently owned, I believe, by Logan Paul. Yeah, Logan Paul owns this one. $5 million. This is what you're dealing with. You need to have availability and a card game that makes sense and something people can latch onto. Without those, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just going to fall to the wayside and people aren't going to care anymore. Which is sad. What's the first edition Black Lotus? First edition Black Lotus price. Hopefully this is the right one. Holy fuck. I don't know. Let me do... I don't like that website. I have a website. I don't like how it's... I don't like... Actually, holy shit. This actually has grades. So I have this website. If it is graded at a 9.5 or higher, first edition Black Lotus, $86,000. $86,000 for a first edition Black Lotus at a grade of 9.5. Even if you have a grade of 2, that's still fucking... God damn, ungraded is still fucking expensive. Shit, you have better luck selling an ungraded one than any grade from 2 to 6. But once you get up to a 7 or an 8, you're talking real money right there. Think of that. That's what Palworld is going up against now. Things like this. And like when it came to Chaotic, here's the thing about Chaotic. Okay? Chaotic, fun card game. Super fun card game. Played it with a buddy of mine. Rules were super simple as well. Okay? You could do matches of 1, 3, 6, or 9. Let's see, do they have the game mat? Picture of the game mat. Series, card rarities. Build a deck. Yeah, locations, which could add different, like, they were super simple. The card game itself was super fucking simple. You had locations. Locations could benefit you, they could hurt you. You had your creatures. Again, benefit you or hurt you. You had equipment, which could benefit you or hurt you. And you had what was called music, which was magical music, which could benefit you or hurt you, depending on how you played it. All of that stuff. The whole thing was super in-depth. It was incredibly fun. The best part about it was every card was unique because it played into how the actual show worked, where the show was a card game, then it turned out to be a real-life, like, digital link-up thing. And the whole premise was you would scan the person you want, okay? And depending on whatever situation they were currently in, that can affect your ability to become that card. So when you're actually doing all that, it made sense that each card was unique, different, special, different powers, different pluses, all that stuff. This shit here was actually successful for a while, and then crapped out. Cards became harder to find. Their additions started becoming less and less. Show was still going on, and then it just quit. Quit when they were introducing more or less dinosaurs into the game. And when I say dinosaurs, they were showing like an ancient version of the world where it started flipping some of the characters on your head, like ancestors of some of your cards that you've known for this whole time and what they actually looked like in the ancient Chaotic world. You were constantly getting new and updated versions of these cards, and then it just crapped out because guess what? It couldn't keep up. It couldn't rival these titans out there. It wasn't getting the traction it needed to be successful, and then it died. Duel Masters. Duel Masters, also super fun. Really cool. Great designs for their monsters. Downside was, though, the game was hard to understand. Really hard to understand what you're supposed to actually be doing. All that stuff. Like, you're supposed to have these shields, how you decide what your shields are and all that stuff. It was so so chaotic. Okay. Card designs were awesome, but it had 2 different series with it. Only the original series was actually associated at all with the card game. Second series had nothing to do with the card game. Nothing at all. And again, this died off. Take a look at V-Cards. V-Cards is just one of, like, I think there's 3 VTuber-based card games out there. This isn't a battle you want to actually be getting into. This is a very dangerous. Like, I get it. Okay, I get it. As a Japanese company and as like this Pokemon whatever, even though I still don't see it as a Pokemon clone, but whatever. As all that exists, I get the idea that, hey, we should put out our own TCG. If your format doesn't make any sense, it's not gonna fall. It's not gonna flow. It's gonna die off, and people are just gonna go a different way. Because there's another TCG out there right now, which is indie, which is interesting looking at, called Illustrals. Put it out by a YouTuber. How many of you guys have heard of this? Probably none of you. Illustrals. Hey, J.S. Pena. How many of you guys have heard of Illustrals? Like, seriously. Like, this is somewhat successful. It's an indie project put out by A Drive. It has its own rules. It has its own, like, everything. Like, they're on, I don't know what pack they're on right now. Like, they've changed their things. They have lore, cards. Like, they have good designs. I've seen their designs because I watch A Drive from time to time. They're really cool, and it's linked up primarily with, like, Grecian mythology and stuff like that. Like, they're adding that in. But it's kind of, you know, it's only run with the help of A Drive and a handful of others. Nobody else knows this exists. But because this is an indie project that's out there, this is another thing that Palworld's going to be going up against. I don't think this one's going to go as far as maybe a Palworld TCG. But this is just competition. All I'm showing you here is competition. It's very different than when it was, you know, the game itself. And I'll say it again. Anybody for the 11th billionth time that comes out here and goes like, oh my god, well, Palworld's just a better Pokemon. It's not even Pokemon. It's nowhere near close. You have monster taming. That's it. Outside of that, the game is just another survival. Survival crafting. That's really what the game is. And one of my biggest pet peeves with the game is there's no evolution system. Like, at least give you an evolution system, for crying out loud. That would be fun. That would add a nice little mix up, because then you could have more of a reason to go out there and get like a, not a Grookey, but the, the grass monkey. What is it called? Grass monkey Palworld. Tansy. Other than the fact that it can get an AK, which, okay, that's still cool. But if you add in, like, an evolution system to the game, you might have even more reasons to get a Tansy, because maybe Tansy evolves into something even cooler. Maybe Tansy has a whole nother connection to it. Hey, put in pre-evolutions as well. Or even just connect some of your pre-existing pals together. That would add a nice little addition to the game. That would be fun to know that, hey, I want that pal over there. Well, I now know that I can get it via this pal over here. That helps out. That makes the game so much easier and makes more sense. Yeah, you'd have to go in there and actually, like, play around with the code, but that would be a fun addition to it. Give it more of a reason to do the whole monster taming, because honestly, the only reason to have monster taming in the game right now is just use your monsters as fodder. to just sacrifice. Get good pals. That's about it. Combat pals, creator pals, just go. Tansy should evolve into Torilla, who dual wields miniguns. See, that's an idea right there. That would make sense, and that would be fun. That's stuff you could add into the game and make the game just a little bit more like, hey, monster taming as well. Throw in the monster taming element. Because to be honest, like Kel's fucking played Palworld all the way through, like I don't know how many fucking times. But if you actually sit down and think about it, it really does, the more you play with it, feel like the pals are secondary. It doesn't have like this interconnective lore that you can kind of figure out, like, why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? Blah, 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 blah. It's just go out there and get pal. Go out there, get pal. Hey, there's powerful pals. There's really cool looking pals. There's that dragon pal. Go out there, get pal. Why? What's the uniqueness of it? What's the lore? Why is this one doing this? Hey, build some of that stuff out. Game becomes more, I think the game becomes even more entertaining. Gives you a reason to play it. Without it, what am I doing right now? And I know, hey, listen, I love that Palworld's dipping into the toes into some of these other markets. They have that other game that they're coming out with. What was the other one? Palworld games. What was that other game that they were putting out? Was it a dating sim? They're dating. Well, they do have a dating sim. Like, what the fuck? Palworld spin. How about Palworld spin-off games? It's not Pal Farm. That's what it was. Is that out yet? Let me open up Steam. Pal Farm. And I knew about the dating sim, which, hey, that's a uniqueness. Do the dating sim because there are some fun pals, like Lovander and all that. But Pal Farm. To be announced. I'll pull up the. I'm gonna pull up the YouTube. I almost said Yu-Gi-Oh video. Pal Farm. Three months ago. Show this real quick. Pal Farm. See, I'll be honest. I like the look of this. This is how the game is actually played. I like how this looks. Always thought it was just a meme, but apparently not. See, this is fun. Oh, you can get married. I forgot about that. Like, this is a nice little It's more like not Animal Farm, Animal Crossing. This is more like Animal Crossing meets Palworld, which is fine. Do these fun little gimmicks, do these little things, but stepping into the TCG market is not the same thing as something like this, something like the dating sim or anything like that. Pal Farm looks better than the Pokemon version personally. Like, yeah, I'll agree with that. Pokepia, oh god, Pokepia looks atrocious. I'll play it for the meme's sake. I think I'd prefer to play this. Plus, it looks like we can play together. Like when you look at this, it looks like people can join up and do stuff together. So because there's 3 people here, not just one. Like there's a uniqueness here that is super fun, and this looks like a better Animal Crossing because I hate Animal Crossing. Yeah, there's more. Slavery. Do we have a release date? No. No release date yet. See, that's a fun thing. That's a cozy little game. Looks cute, looks fun. I could play that all day and night. I'd have fun. Even the dating sim, that was a fun little gimmick that looked entertaining as all hell. A TCG is just not the same. Kind of like Stardew Valley. Yeah, and I love Stardew Valley. I re-downloaded Stardew Valley on my PC, debating getting the Switch 2 version. I have the Switch 1 version. I could play the Switch 1 version on my Switch 2, but I want the updated graphics. I'll admit it. I do. And it's a nice little cozy farm sim that we can do crazy shit in. There's tons of other cozy sims. I don't think you liked those, Dermy. No, I love Stardew Valley. I love Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is one of those games that I can eat up for days. I can just sit there and play constantly. I have to pull myself away from Stardew Valley. Most of the other cozy sims I despise. Animal Crossing is one of them. And the reason I hate Animal Crossing is because I played the Switch Animal Crossing, whatever that game was. It works on a day-night cycle that's associated with your fucking Switch time. So once you're done with shit for the day and that goddamn game, you can't continue playing. You have to stop playing. It becomes chore simulator that you have to check in on constantly, and it's pathetic. Let me play the game at my pace and not your pace. So yeah, it pisses me off. Oh, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Why don't we get into another topic? That's not Palworld related. And again, I like Palworld doing the fun stuff. I like Palworld actually getting to TCG. I just don't think it's going to work out for them. I think this is not going to be the one that actually gets them money. We talk about loss leaders a lot. I don't think the TCG is going to last long. But why don't we get into... I want to do this one because I do want to turn this into a topic. I do actually want to turn this one into a video because I said at the top of the show, R.I.P. Scott Adams. Yes, he was conservative. Yes, he was, Republican. I disagreed on some of his political takes. I think he was more of a limp wristed Republican in some regards. That's just me. Okay, that's just me. That's my take on Scott Adams. It is what it is. But I can't stop but point out, even though I have my disagreements with Scott Adams on some of our, political opinions and stuff like that, he was a legend. He created something that a lot of people like. Dilbert is a funny comic. It was always a hilarious comic. I remember reading Dilbert growing up because my grandparents used to show me Dilbert as a kid. They showed me all those little comics in their little newspapers and stuff, and I loved Dilbert. Dilbert was a fun time. And I always have to point out what a legend is. And Scott Adams was a legend. It is atrocious to see that he passed away at the age of 68 because that's so freaking young. When you start sitting there and thinking about these ages of what time people pass away and how they pass away, this is just young. It's tragic. You lost a legend. And we can go through, all the mainstream media articles and what they came out here and said. And I have the Washington Post here. Scott Adams, Dilbert creator, who poked fun at bad bosses, dies at 68. You got NBC, even they said Scott Adams, Dilbert comic strip creator and conservative commentator, dead at 68. Hey, why don't we come over here to ABC? Dilbert cartoonist Scott Adams dies at 68. Scott Adams, the cartoonist whose Dilbert comic strip, I can't say that word right there, but white collar office, satirizing white collar office life, appeared in newspapers around the world at its peak, has died at age 68. So all these are relatively simple. Nothing's out of the ordinary. And in fact, the reason why I'm also showing you like what articles are putting this out is because for the most part, you're getting good send-offs, maybe middle of the road. Maybe they're just saying what it is, but hey, it is like, they're not going out of the way to be disrespectful right now. Scott Adams, creator of the satirical Dilbert comic strip, dies at 68. His chronicle of corporate cubicle dweller was widely distributed until racist comments, I don't know why you had to add that part, New York Times, on his podcast led newspapers to cut their ties with him. Well, kind of beat me to the punch on what I was building up to, but we'll say, you know what, out of all of them, that's still a shitty one. But for the most part, even Variety, Scott Adams, Dilbert creator, dies at 68. Politico, Scott Adams, whose comic strips Dilbert ridiculed white-collar office life, dies at 68. His first ex-wife, Shelley Miles, announced the death on livestream posted on Adams' social media account. All those, except for the New York Times one, for the most part, simple enough. Simple enough. Hey, dude's dead. He was a legend. He did something awesome for a long period of time. I know New York Times kind of screwed up my little mojo that I was dealing with right there. But at the same time, dude died. It's tragic. You get people. Scott Adams, disgraced Dilbert creator, dies at 68. Heck, okay, listen. Even when it came to the New York Times, they left a little jab at him. At least for the byline part. The actual title of the headline is still that he died. No, People has to come out here and just right away tell you he's a disgraced comic artist. Nah, fuck you. Fuck you. This is disgusting. I have my own issues with Scott Adams. Again, thought he was a little lackluster in some of his takes. I thought he didn't go far enough. I thought sometimes he was a little pathetic in some of the things that he said. It is what it is. I have that little thing. But I will always come out here and tell you guys he was a legend. His comics I read as a kid. I liked what he put out there. I thought he was a fun dude at the end of the day. I can have my disagreements and still say that it sucks that he's gone. He died at a young age. This is a tragedy. I'm not going to come out here and with my fucking title, immediately say, disgraced Dilbert creator. No, he's not disgraced. You just disagreed with him on a political level. Similar, very drastic differences than my differences with him, but still, you disagreed with him there. You didn't like that he was a conservative person. You didn't like that he voted Republican. You didn't like any of those elements of him. That's why you say he's a disgrace. No, what he was a legend. He was a man that put out fun, satirical comics. Something that people could laugh at, giggle at. Nothing out of the ordinary there. But because he voted a way that you disliked, you have to come out here and say this stuff. Scott Adams has died at age 68. Adams created the comic Dilbert, which became popular in the 90s. Dilbert was dropped from dozens of newspapers after Adams' racist comments in 2023. He was never racist. You just disagreed with him. You disagreed with his opinion. You disagreed with how he did his things. That's all it was. And heck, yeah, I have my issues with the New York Times, but I went through all these things. Washington Post. Yeah, I have to pay to read this. I ain't paying for shite. But still, Washington Post, simple enough. Simple enough headline. NBC, simple enough headline. ABC, simple enough headline. No comments on his rant. Hey, Variety, simple enough headline. Simple enough. Everything here. Hey, let's even look at the first article, first paragraph. Scott Adams, creator of Dilbert comic strip, who became controversial for his right-wing statements, has died following a battle with I cannot say this word, prostate cancer, which is a tragedy. Heck, even this one, I'm not a fan of it, but I think this goes a whole lot lighter than what New York Times and People did right there. You can say, hey, he was controversial for some of his opinions. That's all you have to say. I don't even think they were that controversial, but for crying out loud, everybody else puts out simple articles on this thing. Simple articles, pointing out the facts of the situation, pointing out what happened, how he died, who he was. That's all they had to do. But then you get this whole disgraced. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. And you hear all the time about all these people saying, well, both sides do it, blah, blah, blah. Just stop. This is disgusting. The man was a legend. He should be celebrated. That's simple enough. You can disagree with him. You can disagree with his takes. But you can never disagree with his impact on the comic strip world. You can never disagree with that. He did great work that everybody read, everybody loved. And to sit there and just try to denigrate the man after he died with his fight of cancer, which is slow, painful, awful death at a young age, that's awful to see people do. That's a tragedy, and you all should be ashamed of that one. I have my beef with it. I have my issues with Scott Adams. Again, I think he was pretty limp-wristed when it came to a lot of his opinions. I'll fully say it. He was pretty limp-wristed in some of his takes, in some of his positions, and some of the things he did. But I'll never disagree with his impact on the world. I'll never sit there and go like, oh my God, he was an awful dude. Oh, no. Just thought he was limp-wristed. Thought some of his takes were pretty milquetoast. Simple conservative takes. There's one I saw a while back. It wasn't really pro-Trump. He was criticizing him. You never see people say that. You never see people talk about that. Scott Adams. Let's see. On Rumble. Something from him a while back that I just said, nah. There was something he said a while back that I disagreed with. Forgot what it was. But I can still sit here and say that it's awful to see him dead. I can easily do that. I can easily say that position. Because I believe it. Was it this one? No. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe I just decided to unfollow him. I don't remember. Anyways, it is disgusting to see people do that to him. It's fundamentally disgusting. Why would you ever like go out of your way to just be that disgusting to a man that died of cancer? And realize this. When it comes to his battle with colon cancer. Supposedly, Joe Biden's dealing with colon cancer right now. I haven't heard much of an update on that one. Supposedly he was dealing with colon cancer. You know these people would freak out and rage if a conservative individual says, disgraced president dies of colon cancer. You know people would freak the fuck out of that. But yet, they're allowed to do this. And it's one of those things where I openly said, hey, I did not like what Trump said when what's-his-face died, was brutally murdered by his son the other day, or allegedly murdered by his son. Didn't like those comments. Didn't like them at all. I don't blame Trump for not liking the guy, okay? Because even when you actually read what Trump said, he openly said, hey, didn't like the guy. Bad that it happened. We didn't see eye to eye. That's about it. Still said that it was bad that it happened. Still said it was awful that it happened. Just said that he didn't like him. But I still didn't like how he presented it. I didn't like how he went about doing it. I can fully say I don't like how Trump did that. And look at his thing and say, yeah, it's not as bad as people were making it out to be. But when you immediately say, disgraced Dilbert creator, when you immediately come out here and try to say, or not so immediately, but try to point out the racist comments. No, that's disgusting. So I don't want to hear these people bitch and moan about when Trump's doing his thing because they did it again. And it's this back and forth bullshit that is pissing me off. Because you're not going to see people freak out like this the way they freaked out over Trump. You're not, which is disgusting. I hope that stuff he made behind the paywall that was more mature than what could be printed in newspapers will be released in book form like his previous work was. I probably will. Again, Scott Adams was a legend. He was a titan. He made office humor that I read as a kid because my grandparents showed it to me. My grandparents, primarily on my mother's side, so my maternal grandparents, old farmer people, really old farmer people. Like their house was practically a shack, but it was a farmhouse, so it is what it is. But my granddad, he would get the newspaper every day because he would do his thing, go into town, pick up coffee, get the latest newspaper, bring it back, and he would always just cut out the comic section and then hang it up on the fridge. Like a little, like one of those little clips that you magnetize to the fridge, and they would just hang it up. Every day he would do that. And then when I would come over on the weekends or every other weekend or whenever my family went over to my mom's house, he would take down all the ones that he had and hand them to me. And I always laughed at the Dilberts. Always loved them. So yeah, I have a little bit of a connection to Scott Adams and Dilbert. I have a connection to stuff like that. And it's sad to see him go. It's tragic. That's stuff that I used to be able to relate to with my grandfather. And it's awful. It's awful to see this. And it's like, you can't just have one day where you're like, hey. It's sad that he's gone. He passed. Here's the facts. Moving on. It's a shame some people believe that if you don't die a martyr for their cause, then you must be targeted for hate. Dead or alive, especially dead when you can't defend yourself. Yep. And again, I'll go back over to what Trump said. I was not a fan of what he said. When, what was his name? The movie guy. Serious TDS. I can't think of his name. It'll come back to me. I was not a fan of what Trump said about that dude. Okay? But I'm also not going to come out here and be like, hey, he said something crazy. He wasn't calling him a racist. He wasn't calling him a fascist. He was just like, hey, the dude was insane. We didn't like each other. It's sad to see him go. It's a tragedy. That's what Trump said. But now you see all these people go like, yep, it's perfectly fine that they called him a disgraced fucking comic artist. No, he wasn't disgraced. You know who is disgraced? Marvel. Marvel's disgraced. And we're just going to hit this one real fast, because I have something I do want to round out the night with that is just hilarious. But we're going to hit this one because we did get a new fucking Marvel's Doomsday trailer. And out of all the trailers we've been seeing when it comes to Doomsday, they've all been lackluster. None of them have been, oh my god, I want to just jump out a cliff. Oh my god. There's been like a little bit of hype. There's been some interest. And then this one comes out. First way to kill any sort of hype boner for me. Hey guys, it's Shuri! You remember Shuri, right? The Black Panther Shuri! You remember Shuri, correct? Shuri!
I've lost everyone that matters to me.
No, they just didn't recast T'Challa. They just didn't because of some weird reasons. Oh look, it's Atlantis, guys.
To prepare our people for the afterlife.
Namor.
I have mine.
Look, M'Baku.
King M'Baku of Wakanda.
Then, Yancey Street between Broome and Grand.
Oh look, M'Baku and Grimm, guys. M'Baku and the Thing. Silverback and the Thing. You know, the guy who should be a villain and the Thing. The Wakandans and the Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday. But what about Namor? Namor. What about Namor? He's not a Wakandan. And he's obviously here. And it's pretty obvious they're just being transported to weird places now. They're being transported all over the place. He's not a Wakandan. So why are we saying that it's the Wakandans? Because we got the Atlanteans here. They're not Wakandans. But okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Biggest way to excite us. Biggest way is to remind us that Shuri is going to be in this movie. You know, from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, which they'll come out here and try to say was a resounding success, despite the fact that the previous movie broke $1 billion. This movie only got up to, what, $859 million. And there is a huge question as to whether or not this movie actually broke even, considering the budget for this movie was around $250 million. I'd say it's probably higher than that. It was probably baseline $300 million, and people have gone back and forth with this actual budget, and it is what it is. But $300 million, let's say that. You then have to double that, and ultimately the actual break-even point was somewhere around $1 million. It didn't make that point, but hey, this is another one of those movies where they're trying to move the goalpost and say that, hey, you know, like COVID-19 really hurt it at the box office. Yeah, don't care, won't watch, dead for me. That makes sense, Legatus. I highly suggest nobody actually watches Wakanda Forever unless you really want a super racist movie to watch. I mean, for crying out loud, in this movie, the Atlanteans are all Mexican and they're trying to break into an ethno-state with a wall via the river. Simultaneously, the Wakandans, who are black people, can't swim, die of drowning a lot. Oh, and before I forget, yeah, Shuri beats Namor by drying off his back. I'm not even joking. You beat the Hispanic Atlantean by drying off his back. Let you guys do that one. But anyways, we also got this, you know, first look at Black Panther. No, it's Shuri. It's Shuri. It's Shuri. Returning in Avengers Doomsday. And then also, first look at every character in Avengers Doomsday revealed so far. Yeah, I'm not. I had more interest and the X-Men one, and that was solely because of member berries. That was solely for member berry reasons. Everybody else, I could give less of a shit about. You know, I had a shit before I left work. You know, it was one of those like really good shits. You know, like the ones that make you go like, oh yeah. Felt like it was just like 1,000 pounds was lifted off your body. I cared more about that shit than I am Doomsday. I'll watch Doomsday. I will. We'll talk about it on Ballbusters, but I don't give a shit. And like I've said on multiple occasions, I'm willing to bet this movie is gonna do like success. It's gonna be a super successful movie. It's gonna do everything that it needs to do. I also am willing to bet you money. I'm willing to bet you money. The next one will not be a success. Spider-Man Brand New Day or whatever it is, that movie's going to be successful because it's Spider-Man. This one's going to be a success because, well, Avengers. And then the next one will be just a flop. It will. That's just a fact at this point in time. You know what? I'm not going to force a VTuber drama where a VTuber drama hasn't spilled out yet. But I have like 2 other things, but I don't really care about doing those 2 other things. What I do, I have some DSP clips. I'll fully admit these are DSP clips because one of them boggled my mind, and apparently the other one is an epic crash out that happened like just a little bit ago. But I saw this. Okay, so these are just 2 DSP clips. We're not going to watch this whole one because this is 30 minutes long. We're only going to get halfway through it. But this is shout out to Snort Hogan, but this is DSP, okay? DSP doesn't write off. DSP tries it on taxes. Are you fucking kidding me? Real quick, guys. I like to go to Pizza Hut. I like to go to Sonic. I like to run by the gas station before Ballbusters. That is all tax deductible. Those are write-offs. We'll get to why DSP doesn't write it off, and it's stupid as all hell. It is all entirely idiotic, but we're gonna do the build up to all that first. We're gonna do the build up, and I am probably gonna crash out on this.
To be honest, I was kind of tired of doing it, and there really wasn't anything interesting going on. So we are going to, number 1, do a DSP Tries It next week.
No, the reality of why he was not doing DSP Tries It anymore is because they weren't being funded, and he had to wait until he could save up money to do DSP Tries It, you know.
Papa John's, excuse me, not Papa John's. Jersey Mike's is doing a new sandwich, an actual cooked Italian, where what they're going to do is cook all the Italian meats on their grill top and then melt cheese on it. They don't do that. They only do that with chicken and cheesesteak, but they're actually testing. It's a test thing. A grilled Italian to see if people would like it more than.
Realize, okay? DSP is saying Jersey Mike's is coming out with a new sandwich, which is just one. I've never had Jersey Mike's. I don't think there's a Jersey Mike's near me. It is what it is. I don't really give a shit. But DSP is telling you guys they have a new sandwich, which is their Italian sandwich, but they're going to actually cook the meats and melt the cheese and then put it on the sandwich. That's the new sandwich. So it's just the Italian, but cooked now. I want you guys to remind you that that's what he's saying is the new sandwich.
Than the regular Italian. So I want to try it. I want to see if it's any good. So that actually comes out this Friday, but we're going to do it probably Monday. I think that'd be perfect. So that'll be our first DSP Tries It of the year. Then after that, we got to come up with more ideas. Now, the one idea that I have, all right, is one that we've been talking about recently, Papa Murphy's Pizza, which is a bizarre place where you buy the pizza, but it's not cooked. And then
it's an okay place. Family does it now and then, not that big of a deal. I don't know. But this feels like a literal meeting. Hey, chat, a place we've been talking about. Me eating, okay? Me spending my money on, and you guys watching me stuff food into my fat gob has been Papa Murphy's. And you know, that's a weird place. It's fucking annoying. Nobody gives a shit. Just order it, god damn it.
To take it home and cook it. So what I would do is order it, have it delivered raw, and bake it in my own oven, and then do it as a live DSP Tries It. So we'll have to see how that goes. But that's my idea for something to do coming up for DSP Tries It. But I would love to hear if you guys have any ideas. Like, what are your ideas for DSP Tries It's coming up? Did you hear of any new food offerings? Anything going on right now? The only other one that I've heard of is that Burger King has a new steakhouse burger, and they're
Okay. So realize, what is the new sandwich from Jimmy John's or Jersey Mike's or whatever the fuck it is? Okay, what the new sandwich? It's their Italian sandwich, but cooked. So it's the Italian, but with cooked meat and melted cheese on it now. That's what makes it new. Listen to what DSP says about the new Burger King burger.
I mean, this is one that the fans voted for. Dude, it's not a new burger. Just listen to this. It's a Whopper with Swiss cheese, which they already have, mushrooms, which they already have, onion rings, which they already have, and a peppercorn sauce, which they've had before. I don't think they currently had it, but they had it before. They're just bringing it back. And I think bacon, which they already have. So that's their new sandwich. Like, that's not a new sandwich. All you're doing is combining the ingredients you already have. That's not a new offering.
Wait. So because they already have these ingredients in other areas, them combining said ingredients together and bringing an old ingredient back doesn't make it a new sandwich. But cooking said meats in a sandwich and melting the cheese on it makes it a new sandwich. Make that shit make sense. Make that shit make sense. Make anything that he just said make fucking sense. Because it doesn't matter. It's like basic cooking. Hey, you have all these ingredients. You're just shoving them together and putting out something new. Wait, but they didn't. I'll give him a break. I'll give him a little break. They've had the steakhouse burger before over at Burger King. With barbecue sauce, not peppercorn sauce. And the only reason I know that is because I had a friend who used to work at Burger King and told me about it. Never wanted anything to do with it because I don't like mushrooms on my goddamn burger. But that's still a new burger, DSP. Phil. It's called cooking. It's where you take ingredients that don't normally go together and put them together to make new creation. Cooking. It's not normally on the thing. They haven't had this particular combination before. That makes it new. Oh, we're going to go down this entire route of what a new sandwich is and what a new sandwich isn't in here. I'm going to bump this up to 1.5 speed real quick. Actually, here, I'll do 1.5 because, god damn it, he is so fucking slow.
Why do you pretend like it is? Do you think we're stupid? I guess the answer is yes, they actually think that we're all stupid. So, I don't know what else to do. Like, with Burger King, they're just a mess. It's the same thing with Taco Bell. Like, Taco Bell always claims they have something new. They don't. It's always the same thing they already had. They just recombine the ingredients in a different way.
Like cooking the meat on an Italian sandwich. The same meat, it's now just cooked. But yet you're saying that that's new. Them taking other ingredients that they have in other areas and putting them together to create a new thing, that doesn't make it new because the ingredients already existed there. No, that's new. That's called new, Phil. That's called cooking. That's trying new combinations. Basic cooking. Like, you don't know basic words, you fucking retard.
And then they act like it's new. So how can I do a DSP tries on something that already exists? It's not new. So how can I try it? I've already had the ingredients. I know what it tastes like. It's not.
I'm gonna legitimately lose. So because you had the ingredients separately, combining them together, you're not gonna be curious of what it tastes like? Like, for fuck's sakes, this is legitimately like saying, hey, you know what? McDonald's has their return of the chicken selects. And then they did the return of the snack wrap. Those aren't new items, by the way. But that's like saying, hey, I already tried this chicken selects on their own. I don't need to try their snack wrap. Ignore the fact that there's a spicy and ranch Snapchat. There's like 3 flavors of snack wraps there. No, but hey, but you've already tried the flavors separately. You don't need to try them together. You don't need to try them together, Phil. That's not new. According to you, that's not new. Then put it like let's say tomorrow McDonald's came out with a chicken nugget sandwich. They have like 4 chicken nuggets stacked on top of a burger. That's not new according to Phil, because the chicken nuggets were separate and now they're just adding it to a burger. That's not new. But cooking the meat on an Italian sandwich makes it new.
Not going to be an interesting episode, you know? So, no, we're not doing Subway again. What's the point? You know Subway is disgusting. There's no point in doing it again. It's already terrible. No, what we really need is good new ideas, but the problem is no one's really doing anything good or new. All these ideas or things that they're coming out with are just rehashes of the same crap you've already done, and it's pathetic. What's the name of the website? Brand Eating. Here it is. This website, Brand Eating.
The sad thing is that he knows a website called Brand Eating in which you can check what is new offerings being delivered over at any of these places. That's a sad thing. I'm not that fat.
Lists all the things that everyone is doing with fast food, okay? So here we go. Arby's. Italian beef dip and peach cobbler roll. An apple pie shake. Didn't we do that already? I feel like we already did that. Burger King. The Krabby Whopper and Mr. Krabs Cheesy Bacon Tots. And we already know they're doing that steakhouse burger, right? Carl's Jr. we just did. It was the Cali XL burger. We tried that one. It actually was very good. So Carl's Jr. we've done. There's no Checkers in my area. Chick-fil-A has absolutely nothing. Chipotle is doing nothing but a high-protein menu. All Dairy Queen is doing is a meal deal, but nothing new. It's just a discount. Let's see. Apparently, Domino's has a spicy bacon chicken ranch pizza.
That sounds good. Oh, but look at his face. Look at his face. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. A spicy chicken bacon ranch pizza? Fuck yeah, let's sign me up. That sounds amazing.
That's it. That's all they have. Spicy chicken ranch pizza. Jack in the Box has that. Oh, yeah. We looked at this months ago. Jack in the Box has yet another Munchies meal. So you remember in 2025, I did the T-Pain Munchies meal. So now they have the Midnight Munchies meal, which was a tie-in for Gremlins for Christmas, where it's a midnight chicken sandwich, a midnight shake, and a Gremlins something else. I don't even know. But it was junk food. It's like not good. It's garbage, just like the T-Pain meal.
It's junk food, just like the T-Pain meal, just like everything else you eat on fucking DSP tries it. It's all junk food. You're just shoving junk into your fucking face for everybody to watch. Like, you got $2 for this shit. He has a $2 fucking super chat. All while he's sitting there just talking about the food that he's going to make his audience watch him eat.
So that's why I didn't bother with it. It didn't look good. Here it is. Jersey Mike's new hot Italian sandwich coming January 16th. That we're going to try.
The hot Italian sandwich is the same Italian sandwich, just cooked. That makes it new, guys. But everything else, when you combine stuff together, that doesn't make it new.
Literally, no lie, KFC's new offering, a flight of gravies. They don't even offer new food. They're giving you 3 kinds of gravy.
But that is new. Gravy is new. 3 kinds of gravy, that's different. That's new. That's something to try if you want the gravy. Are you retarded? Yes.
It's fucking retarded.
You are, yes.
Little Caesars is still just doing the cheesesteak crazy puffs, which we tried months ago.
I just glitched out.
McDonald's Grinch meal is the latest thing, so nothing at McDonald's. Literally, Panda Express has nothing right now. We just did Panera Bread. The only new thing at Papa John's, they have something called the Grand Papa Pizza. All it is a big pepperoni pizza. Like, that's literally it.
Okay, get a big pepperoni pizza. Who the fuck cares? You're gonna shove it down your fat gullet anyways, and then make your fat wife eat it. So yeah, eat it.
It's nothing special at all. You see what I'm saying? I'm going through every fast food place. No one has anything. No one's offering anything to try at all. It's ridiculous. Pizza Hut has nothing. Just new crafted flats. But you have to order before 5 p.m.? What the fuck does that even mean? So obviously you can't get it delivered.
It just means you can't get them by 5 p.m. And yes, you can get them delivered. Are you an idiot? Order it pre-5 p.m.
Popeye's new improved wings. That's it. Wow. Shake Shack we just did a few months ago. Sonic has a pretzel bacon Sonic Smasher, which is just their smash burger on a pretzel bun.
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie because he's a fucking moron. Again, fat guy here. Guess what? I love the Sonic Pretzel Smasher. It's gone now. It's already done and vamooshed. It is not just the smash burger on a pretzel bun. What it was a smash burger on a pretzel bun with fried onions and honey mustard on it. It was different than the standard smash burger, which was on the standard Sonic buns with basically their smash sauce and pickles, which is because it's so fucking greasy. The bun's falling apart in your hands because they have shit buns over at Sonic. So when you have to add that with this intense grease, it was awful. This pretzel burger actually made it worthwhile. And guess what? It was different than what they were offering. But hey, that's what a person that understands what it is that they're saying would get. But okay. Yeah. It's not new. It's just this on a pretzel bun. Ignore all the other ingredients. But hey, that's not new. But hey, cooking a meat on a fucking Italian sandwich, that's new.
Ooh. I'm so disappointed. There's nothing. There's literally nothing.
There's nothing.
Taco
that
Bell
I can shove
has brought
my face
back
in.
the quesarito, and now they have cheesy dipping burritos and a steak garlic nacho fries. Oh no. Well, I mean, technically some of that is new. Oh no. I might have to do Taco Bell. Jade, we're probably not doing Call of Duty this week, unless something changes on the fly. But yes, Street Fighter is Friday Night Fights on Friday night. We're gonna bring that back and do it a second week and see if it still does well. I don't give a shit. Okay.
And by the way, the audio is weird because he's been playing copyrighted music on his streams, so people have to clip that out. So this is YouTube's auto removing of the song.
So Taco Bell is an option. There's actually new stuff at Taco Bell.
But you just said that it's not an option because there's nothing new, because they're just taking old ingredients and mixing it together. So that means it's not new. But now it is new.
All Wendy's has, apparently, they're claiming a new kind of chicken tenders.
That's not new. That's just the return of old chicken tenders. Oh my God, you're fucking retarded. Even I know that. I worked at a Wendy's. I was there when they had their old chicken tenders. Their chicken tenders are actually pretty damn good. Those are old chicken tenders, you fucking retard. They've returned it. But for you, new is apparently just cooking meat.
That's it. Let me go to Wendy's.com.
Why don't you ever show this stuff? Why don't you show Wendy's.com?
Yes, Wendy's has new chicken tenders. So that's our options. Oh, they also have a Snickerdoodle Frosty Fusion. That's going to be disgusting. There's no way that's good.
Sounds amazing. I'll eat it.
So next week, we're going to do Papa John's. I keep saying Papa John's. Next week, dippable burritos or the return of the cake. And then also, on deck at some point, I want to try Papa Murphy's. Okay?
Good for you.
The Asmongold interview. Now, did everyone from the of a dinner, they usually order like 3 sets or more of sushi. I'm not paying $100 getting it delivered and it sucks. I'm not a wild person. But I did get...
Here, he talks about Asmongold and the boost from Asmongold. It is what it is. I don't really give a shit. Because he's still trying to say that Asmongold was a fantastic win for him, but it's not.
A boost.
Motherfucker! Oh, that's Canadian 20. It's worthless. Sorry, Legatus. It's worthless money.
That is great. It's a great way to start the new year for sure. Reviewing a meal from a nice restaurant would be more interesting. Well, I'm not going to do that delivery. I want you to think about that. A nice restaurant.
Why?
If you're talking like an expensive restaurant. Like, for example, we have a local sushi place we absolutely love. And we go there every once in a while in person. And we eat lots of sushi when we go there. I'm not going to order that delivery. The sushi is like $20 an order. So if my wife and I have a dinner there, we usually order like 3 sets or more of sushi. I'm not paying $100 getting it delivered and it sucks. I'm not an idiot. Any restaurant that's like considered a high-end gourmet restaurant, you have to eat in person.
I doubt what you're going to is a high-end gourmet restaurant. The way you live your life, I highly doubt it's a high-end gourmet restaurant, Phil. You're probably going to something similar to what I have in my general area, which is, you know what? It's not bad. It is higher price. But guess what? Silver and I go there whenever he's in town. We go there, we eat. It's a little pricey. It is what it is, but it's not high-end gourmet food.
It's that simple. That's not the premise of DSP Tries It at all. DSP Tries It is, I'm ordering food, we're eating it here. So
DSP Tries It is, I'm tired, my wife's tired, she's too fat and ugly to actually go out and, cook food together. So what we're actually going to do is order a bunch of food online so I can shove it in my face because we're fat fucks. Applebee's, actually, that's probably his high-end gourmet. No, well, Silver and I actually have a nice place over in Wichita that we go and eat. It's a nice sushi place. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want it going all the way out there, but it's a nice little sushi place in Wichita.
Oh, I'm not doing gourmet food and getting it delivered and spending $100+ and it sucks because it got delivered. Will there be another Asmongold interaction soon? I don't know. Probably not soon. I get to my Christmas marathon, but he didn't, which is fine. Podcast or whatever, but that's, his thing. I'm not, do that show. I'm down for it, which is what I told him. We have already done that, Grandmaster Scrub. He says, do you have any Turkish or Middle Eastern places here? Yeah, we did one. Last stuff and rice and stuff, we did that already.
Don't give a shit. Is this it?
So this is the one that choose 2,000. It's like this one here, the Pikachu. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Come on.
What about seafood like crabs, clams, and salmon? Well, here's again the problem with that. Seafood's incredibly expensive. Like there's a really great place around here that does seafood boils. So they'll boil up crab legs, they'll boil up lobster, they'll boil up a whole bunch of shrimp with different flavors. But it's incredibly expensive. And I would never eat that in my office here. Like that's insane. I'd make an insane mess and destroy the office. I'm not going to eat.
You already eat fast food in your office. Just fucking suck it up, you idiot.
That kind of food in here. There is potential that eventually, all right, I can do IRL attempts at reviews. I have the microphones to do it right here. I have the filming stick, right? I have everything I need, my phone, but it has to be planned out. It has to be something my wife and I do when I'm not here working in the office, and it has to be an on-demand video.
then do it. But you won't do it because then you have to put cat in your video and she's a fat fuck. And you don't want people to realize that she's a fat fuck.
So that's the problem. A lot of the cuisines that you guys are bringing up are not things that are delivery services that you're going to bring to your house and eat here in an office. You know, DSP tries it. The idea is that we're eating fast food in an easy way. It's accessible to everyone. So if you see me review it, you can decide for yourself if you want to go try it. That doesn't really work with a $100 seafood boy, you know? No, I've done microwave TV dinner reviews. They are not offline video. Okay? It was something that I was just doing between all my work. Now, DSP Tries It is like a special event that I do on a live stream as a way to just interact with you guys and say, hey, thanks, you know, for $2. So they don't make me any money. I lose money on the show, okay? But the idea is that it's something live, interactive, and fun to do on the stream, okay? I can't do a TV dinner on the stream. Like, the whole appeal of the TV dinner is you open it up, you see what it looks like when it comes out of the freezer. Then you put it in the microwave, you cook it, you see it cook live, then you take it out, you eat it right away. Not, oh, I went downstairs to my kitchen, I made a TV dinner.
Realize he's saying that he could do on-demand IRL DSP Tries It, you know, all that stuff where he's taking the camera and doing all that, but he can't show himself cooking a TV dinner or anything like that. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense, Phil.
I brought it into the office and I ate it. Because I've done them before. Remember I did the Devour TV dinners and they were absolutely revolting. And see, that's another thing too. If you're doing it offline as a video where, for example, it's just done to record and upload as a separate thing, it's not a live stream or whatever, then if it sucks, you could just eat something else, right? But if I'm live streaming it and I'm eating it and the food sucks, that's it. That's my meal. Now I'm forced to eat it. Now I'm 43 years old. I don't want to be eating bad TV dinners, to be honest. With Papa Murphy,
you're 43 years old and yet you're still shoving your face filled with fat food. God.
Murphy's, that one would be a little different. I don't know what I would do for that. I don't know if I would like try to film it before we cook it, or maybe I would just bring it in here cooked and explain, like have pictures. I could do that. Maybe take pictures of it as you know, it arrives and show it frozen, and then bring those up during the DSP Tries It video, and then cook it and then have it and eat it while it's cooked, and that would be the live DSP Tries It. I think so. Yes, nothing here. Please understand. I love the suggestions you're giving me. I'm happy that you're giving them to me. It's constructive input. I'm just telling you the reasons why, sadly, I don't think certain things would work. The series used to be very different. Again, DSP Tries It, back in the day, used to be a piece of content that I would put out, and I'm not kidding, at the least, it would get 5,000 to 10,000 views. At the least. So, in that case, it would make sense, hey, if I'm going to put some time into it, filming it offline, editing it, uploading it as a...
I'm fucking distracted by this weird little fucking box thing he has here that's constantly shifting and changing. This is what's my eyes keep getting drawn to. I don't even care. I'm waiting for him to reveal the shocking reality of what it is that he does with DSP Tries It, and I can't fucking believe this man's that retarded.
Separate video. If I'm making anywhere between $15 to $30 on the video minimum, right? It justifies the cost of the food and the time. But in reality, the DSP Tries It back in the day used to get between 20 to 50,000 views. So you're talking like making $100 on a silly video. And it was good variety content for my channels as well. But basically it fell off and people didn't care anymore. So I stopped doing it. And then I brought it back as a celebratory event. Oh, if we hit a milestone of support, then I'll do it. It had nothing to do with, oh, it's a video that I'm making to make money or anything like that, because they don't. They literally lose money every single episode. I'm making nothing on DSP Tries It. You know, think about it. The video gets 1,000 views.
If I get $2 on this stream, I'll get a Dr. Pepper.
Okay? I don't get any income when I'm streaming it. No one contributes when I stream DSP Tries It, like ever. Maybe I make a couple bucks, you know? It's just a silly thing to do for variety as a way of saying, hey, thanks so much for all of the support.
I can't believe people super chat you at all for anything that you do. The fact that you got super chats while talking about this really tells me the state of the internet right now and the fact that you still survive.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's got to be treated like that. It's part of an interactive stream or whatever. It's not, oh, I'm doing this extensive work off the stream to film and edit and get the video up to get 1,000 views. Like, it's a waste of time. I'd much rather be on stream hanging out with you guys. No, the food is not a tax write-off. Just to be clear, since DSP Tries It has never been a profitable moneymaker for me, I have not once ever in the entire history of the series wrote off any of the food that I bought for DSP Tries It.
Why? Why? That is the perfect sense to write it off. It doesn't make you money. You're doing this as a part of your business. Write it the fuck off. Are you fucking mad? You literal madman. Why aren't you writing that shit off? You're doing it on stream. You're eating the food. It makes sense for you to write that shit off. Are you fucking insane to me? Why the fuck wouldn't you write it off? Again, before and after streams, if I have to run and go grab something, guess what? I'm writing that shit off. I am. Are you fucking insane that you're not writing off DSP Tries Its food because it doesn't make money? Bullshit. Doesn't matter. That's tax write-offs right there. That's why you do it. For the tax write-off, you fucking lunatic. You literal lunatic.
If my actual focus on YouTube was food vlogging, if that was my thing, or if I had a channel for it and that was my focus and I was trying to make money on it, then I would consider the food a tax write-off and I would do that. But it's not. It's just a side thing. It's not profitable, so therefore you can't write it off.
No, it doesn't matter if it's not profitable or not. Write it the fuck off. Write it off because you're doing it on your thing. You might be uploading the video somewhere else after the fact, but it's a part of your mainstream. It's part of your main fucking business. Write it the fuck off, you fucking mad lunatic. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Basic fucking tax write-offs, basic tax information. Yes, it takes a little bit of time to dig into, but guess what? You've been doing this for how many fucking years, and you didn't know that you could just write that shit off? Well, I don't make money on it. The fucking write it the fuck off. Get that money back. You fucking lunatic. I can't fucking believe that you'd actually not write this shit off.
All right, let's go. Let's get some engagement on today.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Okay, this is all I wanted for this one. But then I've been seeing the clips going around. I see it right here. It's 12-minute for. Let's do this one. Let's do the DSP tries it because he has.
I love it. And
DSP God holy crash out and Hightail threatening to ban the entire chat if they fail to support. The reason why I had the Snort Hogan version was because it specifically says $12. He only got $12. I want to see this God tier crash out. I require to see it. It must be viewed.
you know, it's that stuff's positive, and there's other stuff that's positive behind the scenes, but the fact that I might lose my fucking house.
Because you're not writing off DSP tries it, you fucking retard.
Over something that I have nothing whatsoever control over or to do with. That's the worst feeling.
Weasel, Kel, if you're in chat, I have a mission from you. If I ever get super like closer to DSP status in my life, if I ever really like super start acting like DSP on a daily fucking basis, put me out of my misery. Please. Please, for the love of God, put me out of my goddamn misery. I don't ever want to be like this, man. Going like, the fact that I might lose my house over something I couldn't control. Fuck that shit. If I'm ever near that level, legitimately, not memeing, not just having a goof or anything like that, but legitimately, if I get near that level, put me out of my goddamn misery. Please, for the love of God, do the world a favor.
You know, everyone on the Kick Chat who's just sitting there whining like a baby, just get fucked. No, really, just go sit and spin on something. We're hanging out, we're building up stream attendance, we're just chilling. Everyone on the YouTube side is cool and having a good time, and you guys are just sitting there miserable. Just go get fucked. Really, go out of your house and get fucked.
I've become cruel and unusual towards you before you reach locale status. I'd become cruel and unusual towards you before you reach locale status. Oh, why, thank you, Weasel. I have to go back to this. I did hear parts of this earlier where he's just like, get fucked. Everybody getting angry with me right now. Get fucked. Sit on a spin it. I don't know if Memeology cut it out, but DSP straight up says everybody on his Kick Chat are just a bunch of virgins. Buddy, I don't think you've touched a woman in a while. I know you're married. I don't think I do not believe that you and your wife have actually done it in a long period of time.
We don't want to hear you sitting here whining like the fucking virgins you are because you're sitting on someone's stream being toxic. You're such losers. Nobody cares, okay? If you don't like the content, don't ever come back. We're so tired of you. Why am I poisoned?
You're the one who's tired. You're the one who is tired, Phil. My chat is filled with just idiots. I love you, chat, by the way. I love everybody in my chat. But let's be real. If I was treating my chat the way that you treat your chat, I'd get 1,000 times worse. My chat is like worse compared to yours. My friends call me some of the worst shit ever, and yet you're over here crying about people being mean to you on Kick. Fuck you.
Why am I toxic?
Again, guys, if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, please support the stream today, okay? All right. How do I get rid of that overcoat? I don't know. Like, I want to remove that because it's over my whole body, but I don't know how. It won't go away. I guess we're stuck with that thing on. Do you just get stuck with that to start? You can't take that off for some reason or something? I have no idea. I don't know how this works. So, I don't,
Generational Roach has gifted a sub to B-Cats.
To do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want.
A generational roach, man. This is from over 10 years ago.
First of all, let's try to figure out my hair type here. Do they even have my hair type? I don't know.
Are you really?
It's very anime-ish. Those like clumps of hair. I've seen that.
I swear to God, if he makes himself in this fucking game, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Anime. Bro. Yeah, that's kind of my hairstyle right there.
Don't make yourself. No.
Let's just go with that, but let's color it properly. Like that. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my
all right. Eyebrows, here we go. My authentic caterpillar eyebrows, right? There we go. Very nice. We'll go with that. Why not? Eyes. You can make your eyes like way bigger. Whoa. Well, that's kind of like what I have, but that's way more bushy. Mine is definitely not that bushy. And certainly not that dark. Mine's very, Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it changes all the color of your hair together. You can't have a different colored beard and hair. That does kind of suck because my beard and hair are two different colors. I guess you gotta...
Are you fucking kidding? To be fair, I'd probably fall for that for a little bit at the beginning, and then I would notice, hey, it has link right there. Unlink it, do 2.
Go with that. Either that or I'd have to go like this and go like gray hair. A king's crown. There you go.
God, I hate you.
Cowboy hat, kind of. If you recolor, oh, you can't recolor it. Aw.
Fuck you to all the shitheads out there who basically make a living defaming me every day with no or half information, speculation, controversial drama. Go fuck yourselves.
Like fedoras? Yeah, they have fedoras.
Oh my God, do not do the milady. Do not do the milady. Please, for the love of God, do not do milady.
Do they have aviators like I have? No, they don't have aviators, sadly. Eye patches.
They have aviators.
This is
right
like glasses to you? That's funny that they just wedged this in there because they probably didn't have anywhere else to put it.
Accessories.
So they just wedged it into that category. It's definitely not glasses.
Oh my God. What a fucking idiot.
What's with the skin color? Like there's no way to change skin color in this game? I don't know. Do you see that? I don't actually see skin color anywhere. So apparently you're stuck with this like darker skin color.
Oh my God, he's so upset. This is racism. This is racism right here. He is upset that he is forced to be dark. He is upset that he is forced to be a brown person. That's super racist. By the way, the more I look at this, the more I'm seeing, what's his name? Angry Joe. This looks more like Angry Joe than it does Phil. Now that I'm looking at it, I can't unsee Angry Joe. You know, the darker skin, the spiky hair, the beard. It looks like Angry Joe.
Right? I don't see a way. Did you see that anywhere? I don't see it in any menu. Not once was it available. Yeah, everyone has to be that skin color no matter what. So there you go. Where do you see skin color? This is hair. Look. You guys see anything?
Right there? Oh, shit.
Underneath it? This is hair color. This is not skin color. Where do you see skin color? Not there. That's hair color. Anyway, let's go back to doing something useful. Go to body section. There's a color option at the bottom. That's clothing color. Look.
What a fucking idiot.
Here we go. Aha! Found it. Whoa.
Are you
general face? Oh, cool. You can make yourself look older. Oh, I like that actually. The hair, the line wrinkle.
The liver spot right there looks perfect. Looks perfect. Looks just like you, Philly.
In the forehead, yeah. The classic ringer T, right? I'm just gonna ban every idiot. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Why?
You loser. Yeah, the ringer tee is the throwback. That's the original Darkside Phil shirt from back in the day. Was a ringer tee, and it was the original one was red, was it not? My original ringer T-shirt that I sold was red. So that's a real throwback right there.
With me every single day on stream.
Oh, right there.
I love it. And
corporate needs you to find the difference between these pictures. Shit. Other than the beard, shit, it is the same. Actually, no, this one's much more thinner. You're pretty fat there, buddy.
You know, it's that stuff's positive, and there's other stuff that's positive behind the scenes, but the fact that I might lose my fucking house over something that I have nothing whatsoever control over or to do with. That's the worst feeling.
All right, well, our first step out was a bird flying right there.
What is this game?
We punch left and right, like left click
It's fucking Minecraft, but it's Minecraft, but not Minecraft. Is that really what we're doing right now? Another Minecraft, but not Minecraft.
King, right? It certainly looks like Minecraft to me. Is it seriously like Minecraft where the tree's gonna stay floating if I chop it here? No. Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay. Ooh. That's very different.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Whoa. That's very different from Minecraft. The entire tree came down, and a ridiculous amount of resources came raining on my head.
Yeah, because
so that's
gravity.
Actually good. That's an easy way to do stuff.
This is gonna kill you.
We have our first underground cave right there, it looks like, perhaps.
It's a fox.
All right. We have a fox. Hello. Uh-oh. Is it an enemy? I think it laughed, and then it ran away.
It wants the berries.
What the heck? Is this an enemy?
Yes, this is an enemy. Do not do it.
Oh, boy.
Are you that
Might
stupid?
be an enemy.
He's gonna do it.
I guess it's an enemy.
Gonna kill him. He's doing like 2 damage.
This is how the stamina comes into play.
Are you serious? You tried to block that whole thing.
I wonder if there's like special attacks. Why are my daggers glowing?
Why the fuck did you think you could kill that? Why the fuck? Why? Yes.
What do you guys think? Let's ask, right? What is everyone's opinion? So Dabhand says, I'll come back to this in 6 months or something. The devs literally yesterday confirmed they have now already made enough money for 2 years of developments from the pre-orders, and they're going to work on it. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know what you guys want me to do. First of all, there's a lot of trolling today, so I'm just trying to ignore it. But I'm going to be honest.
So wait, you're already pausing. So you died. I need to know how long it took him to get to this point. I need to know how long it took him to get to the point of saying, fuck it, I'm done.
Honest, the attendance is good. The engagement is all right, except half the audience is complaining, particularly the kick audience is complaining the game sucks. And literally, we have 2 people who have contributed. There was Papa Vera who did a super chat, and then there was Definitely Not French who did kicks, and that's it. And I've been streaming now for over 2 hours. So it's pretty obvious there's not that much interest.
Listen, guys, I've been streaming now for over 2 hours. I haven't gotten a single super chat all night, and I don't really give a shit. I'm going to keep going because what the fuck? I do this because it's my hobby. It's my chill out moment. If I get super chats, I get super chats. I like super chats. Don't get me wrong. I love it when I get them. Guess what? I'm not going to freak the fuck out over not getting super chats and go like, I'm not going to play this game ever again because I didn't get super chats. No, I'm just going to keep doing what it is that I want to do. Like a normal fucking human being. Why do you always have, your whole argument is my business, but play the game. If you're having fun with the game, play the game. If you're not having fun with the game, guess what? Don't play the game, but play the game at least for a little fucking bit longer than you're doing right now.
In a game, you know, well, I told you, literally, this is an experiment to see if this kind of content will work on my channel. If this isn't working, we can easily just do something else. I'll play something else right now if you want, you know? I mean, to be honest with you, I'm shocked. We have 1 super chat today, 1 kick. We don't have a single tip, no memberships, no subs. That's crazy. I don't think I've done a stream this slow in a very long time. So
realize, chat, okay? Realize this for everybody that's still watching. Just yesterday, he was telling all the haters, everybody that's making a big deal out of him not being successful, and basically crying last Thursday to suck it. He's successful. Look, on Thursday, I might have been crying because, you know, I was at the point of not being successful and losing all my money and everything like that. And I was basically crying on fucking stream. That happened. The video evidence is out there of you literally, I'm not lying. He had his hand in his face, practically breaking down crying because he's not successful. Friday comes along, he has a decent day, you know, super successful according to him. According to him, super successful. Tells everybody to suck it. We're awesome. If you're a negative person, you're awful. Everybody that was saying that it's all over, get fucked. Not just but a few days later, you're already crying again that you're not getting any super chats. So fuck you.
I don't know if this whole first look idea for these kind of games works. This is something that was an experiment that I told you I would try. It didn't really work, did it? Like, people just don't seem to care, or the ones that are here can't support. It's great, but this is, it's my job. So if I'm going to cover stuff, I have to do things that people are going to actually show up for and support.
I just care about money. I just can't help it. I'm so just enveloped in greed and money. I need money. I need money.
You see, here's the bullshit. I'm not even kidding you. So most of Kick Chat said, this game sucks. We're all bored. The Kick Chat results is, 55% want Hightail. No, you don't. You were literally just sitting there a minute ago saying this sucks. And
I'm not meaning to throw shade on this one, okay? So I'm not saying this one out of like disdain or anything like this. Is this like a Jay moment? Is this, how Jay, drunk 3PO, how he'll end up finding that one person that says Jay sucks in the chat and go like, see, the chat's all against me. The chat's all against me. Even though the rest of the chat's like, yay, Jay, yay, Jay, yay, Jay. He sees that one guy that goes like, we're against you. It's like, oh, the whole chat hates me. The whole chat hates me. The chat hates me. Is this one of those moments where he sees the negative thing and is just focusing on the negative? I doubt it. I mean, it's Kick Chat. Kick Chat is constantly roasting Phil and is just basically abusing Phil. I'll fully admit it. But maybe just have fun. Maybe just do something you enjoy and quit acting like it matters. Do you want the super chats? Yes. Guess what? Do the stuff. Figure out what your audience might want you to play. You know what? I know you have a lot of trolls. A lot of people seem to like you playing frickin' FromSoft games. Play some more FromSoft games. Go back, replay them, do whatever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter if it's the it thing right now. Just do it. Play the harder games. Do shit like that. According to you, people like it when you play fucking Arc Raiders. Play more Arc Raiders. Hey, according to you, people love it when you play your fighting games. Play your fucking fighting games. And when you're doing the experiments, be like, hey, we're just seeing if we like it. I'm just seeing if I enjoy it. Stop with this whole like, well, I need the money. Yeah, I get it. You need the money. Guess what? I'd like the money too. I want to upgrade my fucking PC. Guess what? That's going to cost me $4,000. That's going to be a long road till I can fucking get it. I'm not going to sit here and bitch all day and night that I'm not getting super chats. But you do, DSP, so shut the fuck up.
Now everyone votes for Hightail. Do you see what I mean about these polls? Like, oh, let me do a poll. And then you purposely vote for the thing you think is boring because you think the stream will fail. Like, what the hell is your problem? And you can't even...
That's called being a part of a chat. The chat's going to do the annoying thing. It's never going to do what you want it to do. That's not how chat works. Chat's evil. I love chat, but at the same time, I know you bastards. I know you guys better than you think I do. I know you guys are going to do whatever makes you guys happy. And sometimes that's against me. That's why I have to purposely try to position myself in a better position.
Deny it. Just look at the chat history. Oh, this sucks. Why is he playing it? This is a kid's game. This is boring. This is just Minecraft. What the hell? Everything Phil does is wrong. Man. No one. You get to a point where you don't care anymore. Like, why would I give a shit about what anyone in Kick says when all they do is spew toxic nonsense?
You don't give a shit anymore. That's why you're going on this entire rant and freaking out over them being awful to you. The toxic rat. And Legatus is right. Chat does what chat does. You just gotta accept what chat's gonna do. And the more you fight against it, the angrier they become. You want to know how you get them to stop being the way they are? Just ignore them a little bit.
Like some 5-year-old on a schoolyard, over there, he's ugly, he stinks. Like, dude, like that's the level of commentary I get out of Kick Chat, so why do I care? Matt says, yes, facts, I watch over there as a lurker, and 90% of the time that's what it is. Yep, I know. All right, but let's actually read the results. So it says 61% want more Hightail. And then 29% want Street Fighter 6, only 10% want Black Ops 7. So right now what you're telling me is do not play Call of Duty. Fair enough. Okay. Option number 1 is we just do Hightail for another 2 hours. Now that's going to entail building a house, building a fence and defenses, exploring.
You see what he's saying right here? He doesn't want to play Hightail. Doesn't matter if his chat wants to play Hightail. He doesn't want to play Hightail. So he's doing the whole like, well, in order for me to play Hightail, I'm going to have to build the house. I'm going to have to build the fences. I'm going to have to explore a little bit. I'm going to have to do all this stuff. Do you really want me to play Hightail? Chat wants you to play Hightail. Play the fucking game. If this is how you're going to live your life, do it. Live your life via the chat. If you don't want to live your life via the chat, quit asking the chat what they want you to do.
Environments, more mining, more crafting, probably killing animals and cooking them for food and fighting off those enemies at night. That's all that's in the game right now. As we saw, there are no story elements in the game at all. So it would just be me doing survival for 2 hours. No, my intention was to play Hytale for the entire stream because someone just said, do you really not want to play it? No, that was my intention. I wanted to play it for a whole stream.
Then play it for the whole stream. Do it. Why not? You're acting like you don't want to do it. That's the thing. You're saying, oh, I want to. Then do it. That's all it takes. It's just doing it. If you don't want to do it, you don't play it and you do whatever it is the fuck you're doing right now. But if you want to do it, you play the game. You enjoy the game. Hey, maybe you get burnt out after a stream or two. Whatever. But you play the fucking game. God damn.
But I literally played it for an hour. I turned around and I had gotten 1 contribution.
Who cares?
The entire stream.
No!
Again, this is my job as well as my passion. I have to do things.
It's your passion. It's your passion. I don't think you're passionate about anything, Phil. I think you're passionate about money, maybe, but you're not passionate about actually doing YouTube. You're passionate about begging and crying that nobody's actually helping you right now. And you're going to get to the point again where you're crying on stream and then you're going to be like, suck it because somebody felt sorry for you and gave you a bunch of money. That's what's going to happen.
People want to support. I have to. I can't just do streams that are dead. There's no point then. I'll just turn the stream off. You know what I mean? All right. So now everyone all of a sudden is Hytale. I was playing Hytale and everyone complained Hytale was boring and sucks. Play something else, and no one contributed. So then I said, okay, maybe we won't do it. And then everyone complained, you got to play Hytale. If I play Hytale, I swear to you, if I play Hytale this afternoon, and at the end of the stream, everyone says this stream was boring, I'm just going to ban every fucking person that says it, and I'm never going to unban one of you ever again.
Do it. Do it, no balls. Do it. Pussy won't. Pussy won't. Do it.
I'm going to find who you are, and I'm going to make sure that you never have a sock account in my chat again. I'm not going to...
Oh. Big boy DSP here. Challenge accepted.
Put up with this very nonsensical, contrarian attitude when I'm trying to actually get feedback on what people want. For real, I'm not going to take shit from people who are messing with my content. All right? Is that the deal? Are we okay with that? There's not going to be any unbans. I'm literally going to find out who you are. So when you...
Oh my God. It's going off the reservation. I love it. I love it. He's going to hunt you down. DSP, if you say that his content's boring one more time, motherfuckers, he's going to hunt you down. He's going to go to your house and he is going to knock on your door and act like a fucking Karen. He's going to unplug your router, everybody. You are not allowed in my chat ever again. Fuck you. I'm now really tempted to go to his chat and say it's boring. Just out of pure spite and vitriol. And then when he bans my main account, I'm going to go in with one of my 3 side accounts. And I'm going to do it again. And wait till he bans me again. Because fuck him at this point. Fuck you, Phil.
Come back with a sock account every time. I'm going to say, no, remember, Hytale, go fuck yourself. And I'm going to ban you again and again every time you come back. Yeah, I just had enough of people who act like...
But so far, this content is boring, said Legatus. Legatus, be careful. DSP's coming for you now. DSP's fucking coming for you now. He's going to get on a plane, fly to Canada, and unplug your AI body. He's coming for you, Legatus. Be careful.
Jerks. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Everyone on Kick complained, Clout Siffler. That's generally who I'm talking about. There were a couple people on YouTube, but for the most part, this was the Kick audience that was whining. For sure, you're correct there. That is definitely a correct assessment.
Sóbrame, por favor, you cabrón.
Like, Jesus, relax, dude. Here we go again. How are we supposed to get entertainment out of this? This is a first look gameplay stream of a game that's trying to be like Minecraft but more evolved, and I'm showing you the systems. Are you actually that mentally incapacitated?
I mean, are you? Are you? Because you do everything based off your chat. Yay, he can take down my chat. Oh, blah, says Legatus. He's coming for you, you bot. He's gonna unplug you. You're never gonna see your toaster girlfriend again.
You don't understand the concept of like a first look gameplay stream to see what a game is like? Really? Are you that dumb? Would you like me to continue to tell you how stupid you are? I can. Or you could just stop whining like a little baby and embarrassing yourself.
I think you're the one
You gotta be
embarrassing
a
yourself.
mature fucking adult and stop being a whiny little baby about this shit. You know, it's just like a whiny baby. Doesn't get their way. They didn't get their ice cream. You know, they didn't get their flavor of ice cream that they wanted. So instead of actually dealing with the fact that they still at least have ice cream, they're going to stand there and whine and complain while the ice cream melts down the side of the fucking cone.
Does he always sound like a whiner when he streams? Yes, Legatus, he does. You know that whole like the build-up chat where he's sitting there, you know, talking and doing the whole like pre-stream warm-up where he's like having the business meeting with his chat, like, okay, chat, we were talking about maybe me doing Papa Murphy's or doing or actually God, yeah, you know, all that. It's either that or he's whining that he's not getting money. Actually, no, there's 3 states. There's either whining that he's not getting money, business meeting, you know, we talked about this, we discussed this, you know, I want to do this, but you guys obviously don't want to do this. Or the 3rd state where he's gotten a little bit of, you know, a little breadcrumb where something good happens for him. Maybe that's the fact that he hit a mark. He hit a predetermined mark, which is his goal that he doesn't have anymore, but he has. He hit his goal for the stream, and then he's like, we're back on top, guys. We're going to be successful. We're going to be awesome. We're going to be amazing. And all the people that doubted me suck my cock and everything like that. Those are the 3 states of Phil. It always happens. It's like a daily basis at this point in time. And yet the motherfucker gets money from Kick.
Grow up.
Oh, already ended. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Why did I watch? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I watch DSP at all? Every DSP fucking clip always makes me angry. It makes me angry that he exists and that he's still on the fucking internet. It does. It's not like the other way, you know, like I'm angry because this guy is successful. No, it's more that I'm angry because people are so fucking mind broken that they actually support you. You treat your audience like pure garbage. You treat them like they don't fucking matter. You don't care actually about, you know, trying to do something good for your audience. You don't care about actually trying to entertain your audience or be there for your audience. All you've ever cared about is milking your audience. And the fact that you have any whales that you end up bullying to try to get yourself relevant. You think that your chat enjoys watching you shove food in your face. They don't. You just love that because you get a clown on your fucking audience the whole time and show them the, hey, look, you guys paid me to shove a bunch of food in my fucking face. If I had the chat DSP had, like the ones that actually wanted to benefit the chat, be nice to the chat, the ones that actually supports and everything like that, if I had that, I'd be happy. I'd be happy. And here's the thing. I love my chat. I love you guys. And I know it sounds a little backhanded comments, but I'm getting there. I love my chat. I love when they do super chat. I don't force them to super chat. But DSP basically holds their hand and say, if you don't super chat, I'm going to ban you. I'm going to treat you like shit. I'm going to dox you. That's awful. That's awful. By the way, if Kratos doesn't super chat me again in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to dox him. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Except Dom. Okay. I'll admit I felt bad about the Dom situation. I'll fully admit it. I did feel bad about that one. I extorted Dom. 100%. I did it. And then the next day after the hangover panned out, I was like, shit, I did a bad thing. And I apologized to Dom on multiple occasions. You haven't seen me bring up what it is that I extorted Dom to do, but I still. Dom, if you're in chat, I love you, buddy. You're my Italian buddy. You're my gabagoo. In the morning, in the gabagoo. Sorry. Okay. Listen, how many times do I have to apologize to Dom? Because I will. I'll go up to his uncle, who's obviously in charge of the mob, and go like, I'm sorry for dishonoring your brother, your nephew, okay? And then I'll kiss the ring. I will kiss the ring. And then I will kiss the wall. The smartest Italian static knows. That's right. smarter than both Brad, who's a lawyer, and Adam, who's a Jew. Let's be fair. Listen, okay, I will kiss Dom's uncle's ring because he's obviously in charge of the mob, and then I will go kiss the wall. Maybe that will bring in some more super chats. I don't know. Anyways, I'm out of topics for tonight. I don't even know. I might put up the TSG, the Palworld video for tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do the Scott Adams video. I don't know. I am at that point where it's like, oh, everything's starting to hit me, and I need to get some more water because I am out of water in my jug, so I need to pick up some more. But let's see. I saw Iron Oxide was streaming, so I will raid into Iron for the night. New Blackstreet streaming. Adam's still streaming. Where is Iron? There it is. I'll stream you guys. I'll raid you guys into Iron Oxide for the night. And as usual, guys, I hope you guys have a lovely night. Have a lovely day wherever it is in the world that you may be. I will see you guys on the next one, primarily tomorrow. So, bye for now, you bunch of filthy animals.